I will probably do the quest to make sure I don't write anything to spoil. That's okay.
Sure is busy during the day.
Chop, get writing twink. Yeah. Still the second person, right, Kava? Kava.
But where should we go looking for people that we know?
Cyno.
Paimon.
Cyno! It's been so long since we last saw you!
Really feels like it's been forever.
Welcome back to Sumeru City. I'm delighted to meet you again. So, what brings you back here?
Oh, nothing in particular. Paimon just saw a really big mushroom out on the road the other day and suddenly missed all our friends in Sumeru.
Funnily enough,
It's an
we
icon.
were reminiscing about
Man
you
without
recently, too.
nipples.
It was at a group dinner.
They really just gave
I look
him
forward to
6
hearing
pounds.
about your travels. Something tells me we must have
I
a
agree.
lot to catch up on.
Really? You were thinking of us too? What a coincidence!
Indeed. Or as I call it, the biryani factor. You really want me to say the rest? Okay. It's always rice to meet stew again.
No.
Oh, darn, he said it.
I went to bed, Paimon. Time to pay up.
You like that one, huh? You must if you remember it after all this time. Admit the truth. You have long been in awe of my razor-sharp wit.
Alright, here's your 500 Mora.
Thanks, Cyno. Feels good to hit the jackpot.
You're exaggerating. It's only 500 Mora.
Hey, 500
I do a
Mora
cheeky
is still
temple and
a
call
lot of
around in
snacks
EU
to
if my
Paimon.
pity wasn't so high. Aww.
All right. I'll treat you to some desserts later. Anyway,
That's gonna be
I'm
for
actually
the
investigating a
Natlan man.
case right now. My mind is focused on work, which is why I didn't complete the joke at first.
A case? What happened?
Nothing major. But after finding out who was involved, I decided, on reflection, to handle this one myself.
Need any help? We only came here to hang out, so we've got the time. You may as well take us with you, and then when you're done, we can, you know.
Nom nom.
Such
That's how you say it.
enthusiasm.
If they gave me the voice
Are
acting,
you worried I'll forget
and I have
about
to say
treating
nom
you to
nom,
some
I will be like
sweets if you're not
nom.
around to remind me?
Just kidding. Ah.
Oh. Alright, was it really that obvious?
Obvious enough. Still, it's a fine idea. You are the heroes of Sumeru. It makes perfect
Stop.
sense to work together. All right, follow me.
Okie dokie. Oath Keeper. Flying.
Do you see him? The old man flailing around?
Oh, is he the one you wanted to talk to about the case?
Correct. His name is Cyrus, a former Spontamod sage. He taught both me and Lisa.
Oh.
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys a spot of gardening, shopping, and wine. What sort of person targets an old retiree?
Professor, I've brought some friends.
Ah, Cyno. Now who do we have here? Hold on, let me think. A flying fairy dressed in white? A
Like it
youth
sound? Was
who
it just
does
me?
not
I
seem
think
to
sometimes
hail
that
from
happens
this
to my
land?
stream.
My goodness.
It will get better.
You must be
It's
the
just like
legendary
for some
traveler
reason.
in Paimon. I've heard
think.
all about what you've done
should
for
be able to.
Sumeru.
Wow, looks like we're really famous.
I've told him about you before. You are my friends, after all.
Wait. Yeah, the abyss like, yeah. It's just, we couldn't really figure out what causes it. Yeah, I have no idea. Good to meet you, sir. We're here to help Cyno.
That's right. Let me summarize the situation. A couple of days ago, Professor Cyrus suddenly received a threat letter.
A threat letter?
The threat letter.
Exactly. Who sends a threat letter to an old man like me, for goodness sake?
This is the letter in question.
Cyrus, I have uncovered your secret. If you wish to prevent it from going public, leave 10 million mora at the back door of the cafe. Secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll never find me. But I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. Finally, if you dare to report this to the Matra, there will be consequences. Wow, they sure didn't mince their words.
Clearly,
No.
this person must be
This is the
desperate
third time
for
he's
more.
gotten me.
10 million more. What a joke. I'm just a single retiree
But you
with
won't
nothing
refuse
to my
him, though.
name beyond
He
the
got muscles.
tomatoes in my garden. Where do people think I'm hiding 10 million more, huh? In my tomatoes?
There were no witnesses, so currently the letter is all we've got. So, Traveler, Paimon, let's put our heads together.
Ready when you are. Of course, a man with muscles is a good man. Period.
Paimon's ready too.
The bar
All right, take a
is in
look.
hell, but this is where I
Do you
am.
see anything suspicious?
Oh. Do I have any... Oh, Cyrus, I have uncovered your secret. If you wish to prevent it from going public, leave 10 million mora at the back of the door of the cafe. Secondly, don't come look after me. You'll never find me. But I will always be watching you. And I'll know all your secrets. Wow. And I'm watching you and all of your secrets. Oh, he's gonna watch and... Oh, what's all of his... Finally, if you dare to report this to Matra, there will be consequences. Well, the paper is damped. No. It's dirty paper. I don't know what's this, Is that their usual paper that they... do? From Cyno's description, it sounded like the threat letter didn't come in an envelope. It's just simply written on a crude piece of paper and left for Cyrus to find. Yeah. The paper.
Very good. The paper has a rather rough texture. It's not the typical kind you see in most books.
Okay.
Another thing
I
is,
thought it
some
was
of
just
these strokes look kind of
ugly.
blurry. Could there be an issue with the ink?
Possibly.
Yeah.
And I bet the paper has something to do with it.
The paper seems like it's
Most
been
of the paper around here is
wrote
much
in
smoother
mud.
than this, and the ink is absorbed quickly so it doesn't run. This paper, meanwhile, it's very coarse-grained, almost as if it's made from some sort of plant matter.
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in the academia, but the ink is nothing special. Just regular black ink that gets a blue tinge when applied to paper.
So do we think the culprit has a connection with the academia or not? Wait, check this out. Looks like this part got wet at some point.
Suspicious.
Agreed. The staining suggests it was a colored liquid, not plain water. It also looks like it was wiped off with a damp cloth.
A colored liquid. So, tea?
I thought it was coffee.
Wine?
Looks like we're thinking along similar lines. Let's go talk to Arof. There are some things I'll need him to take care of.
All right. But today's the day we don't Cyno say no to Cyno's quest. Today is the day that we actually play Cyno quest. It's happening. I'm not saying no. I'm not gonna say no on this quest. Oh, it's already okay.
Arav. Ah, there he is.
Mahamatra Cyno. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while.
Cyno briefs Arabs on the case.
As such, I'm inclined to believe that the culprit in this case is a student at the academia. Somebody young and strapped for cash. Oh, one last thing. I'd start your investigation by taking a look at the cafes in the city.
Oh, of course! You think the culprit spilled their coffee on the ladder, huh?
They do look like coffee stains to me.
That's what I said.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, The letter is written on a type of scented paper that has aromatics added during the manufacturing process. The kind often provided as writing material for customers in cafes and taverns.
Ah, of course. Yes, like they sell in the gift shops. I remember now. Zaha Hadid bought some a while back. She said she was going to use it as wrapping paper for a vase.
Understood. I'll assemble a team to investigate the points of interest immediately.
You have my gratitude.
One last thing. Send some Matra to guard the entrances and exits of Sumeru City. And change into plain clothes. Don't let them see you coming.
Will do.
I mean, there was a better time the science quest to do. A very bad
Great
science man.
thinking, Cyno. So,
True.
where
True.
do we think
That
the
was a good plan,
culprit's
though.
at right now?
The Hira! The cabbage! I doubt they go back to the cafe.
Yeah, they've probably been lying low at home waiting to see how Cyrus reacts.
You're right, Paimon.
Really? Which part?
The culprit's approach. Whatever happens, they need this Mora. But just because they warned Professor Cyrus not to go to the Matra, doesn't mean they know what he'll do next. So, like you said, they need to wait and see. And crucially, the culprit said they'd be watching the professor's every move.
That man in the background. Suspish,
Wait,
suspish.
are you saying...
Suspish, suspish, I would say. Oh. Yeah.
Found you!
That's
What are you doing?
You wrote the threat letter!
uh-huh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Me next.
What threat letter?
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana. You managed to stay relatively well hidden for someone reckless enough to threaten Professor Cyrus. There are a lot of
Well,
people
the end of
here,
the sword quest,
but
we
we
did
were
it.
looking specifically for Arav. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
I was just listening in, that's all. You know something big's going down when Mahamatra Cyno shows up, right? So I got a little curious. What's the big deal?
You smiled when Arav left. I saw it as clear as day.
Is smiling a crime now?
There are coffee stains on the letter. You mixed some coffee with water, gently smeared it onto the paper, then wiped it off with a wet cloth. All to create the impression that the letter was written at a cafe. Closing off the exits to the city doesn't affect you, because you already live here. And as long as the Matra were focused on the cafes, you would be free from scrutiny. The cafe was a red herring all along. You had to be somewhere where you could monitor the professor's movements.
You can't pin this on me. I haven't done anything.
Really? Then why are you shaking like a leaf? The innocent have no reason to fear the Matra. But you, your heart's racing, and your eyelids are twitching. You're a terrible liar.
I would never...
Don't try anything or you'll pay the price. Now come with me.
He's angry.
Well, that was over quickly. Cyno already caught the guy.
You're telling me. One minute I go out for a quick smoke, the next minute I see Arav already on his way back to meet up with Cyno. Looked like a young guy, too. Couldn't have been much more than 30. But after what he's done, I'm afraid he's ruined his whole future.
Everyone,
beginning is so
it's all
funny.
over.
Gosh, that was so fast.
The culprit's name is Uraka, a 16-year-old student in the Rataoist Darshan.
Damn.
Huh?
16? Cyrus thought he looked 30-something.
We checked his records. He's 16, a third-year student.
Oh, damn.
But he looks so old.
Yeah,
Yes, go Snow.
seriously.
Yes, yes.
Foolish child. He's too young for the criminal life. What the devil drove him down this path?
That's what the
We
university
questioned
would
the
do to
culprit
you,
regarding
true.
his motives. he...
Oh, just spit it out. Nothing can surprise me at this point.
Very well. It's our understanding that Araka is a mediocre student who has been underperforming in his classes. He started taking extra tutoring to improve his grades, but developed a gambling habit around the same time and lost a lot of mora. Down on his luck, he went to the tavern for a drink and overheard some people chatting about Sir Cyrus's comfortable retirement. They mentioned that he's always arguing about his tomato plants with some old woman on the street.
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious. Has that rascal attended a single one of his classes? That old woman is Kasharwar's very own professor, Zaha Hadi. How can he not know who Zaha Hadi is?
Is this going somewhere?
Oh, right, yes. So another thing. We don't just argue about tomato plants. And what are they trying to insinuate by comfortable retirement? A man grows a few vegetables and suddenly he's living a life of luxury?
Maybe it's more the fact that you have the time to grow vegetables in the first place.
Araka mentioned he'd heard a rumor, alleging that Sir Cyrus illegally obtained a large sum of money from the desert before retiring and kept it for himself instead of reporting it to the academia. Araka believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research or other projects since his retirement. And given your advanced age, he thought you'd be an easy target to blackmail.
Oh, Araka. I'm at a loss for words. I'm so angry I don't know where to start.
People make up rumors all the time. I am quite confident that Professor Cyrus has never embezzled a mora in his life.
Arav, you'll have to find some excuse to interrogate Araka again later. I need you to deliver a few firm fistfuls to him on my behalf.
I completely understand how you feel, Sir Cyrus, but I'm afraid that course of action goes against the Matra's principles.
Professor,
Cyrus would be so
there's
annoying
no
on
need
Facebook.
to be childish about this.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I was clearly joking.
No.
Okay.
Oh, it's getting a little bit
Where
loud.
does this go from here?
The academia will determine the appropriate disciplinary action against the student. And as for the individuals spreading rumors about the professor's obsession with tomatoes and some old woman on the street, there could be a slander case here. The Matra will continue to investigate.
Who said I'm obsessed with some old woman on the street? Mind your wording or you'll start a whole new rumor. You seem confused. Oh, don't you understand? Uraka is just a young boy who made a very rash and very stupid decision based on some groundless rumor he heard. Besides, I didn't actually hand over any mora to him. The whole thing sounds a lot worse than it is. All it costs me is a little reputational damage. That's all.
Please rest assured, Professor, that the academia will issue a fair and reasonable punishment.
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still like to have a serious conversation with the boy's parents.
Local Professor
family
Boomer
lives
comment
in
on
the
every
city,
post
yes?
his season they were sent on his wall.
Correct.
We looked into the family. Both parents are merchants and they're often away on business. They've never taken much of an active role in their children's lives.
No.
Oh, what a mess.
He'd be such
You
a
don't have to
demon.
seal the evidence away
Boomer,
yet, do
yeah.
you? I'd like to have that letter back for the time being, if possible. I need something concrete for when I talk to the family tonight. We have to show them how serious this situation is.
The relevant authorities have already reviewed the evidence and are now discussing Araka's punishment. You can hold on to the letter for now.
Exchanging
make sure to
essays
return
in
it within a
public
couple of
posts about
days.
everything being like,
Oh. So
actually.
you'll be able to close the case in 2 days.
Give
True.
or take.
True.
Cases like this are quick to resolve.
Very good. Well, thank you for all your help. Perhaps we can all go for a meal together. Oh, my treat, of course.
My apologies, Sir Cyrus, but I have a prior commitment. Enjoy the meal, everyone.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a pity. But Cyno, you have to come. You found the culprit at record speed, and I owe you for that. Ah, and isn't Tainari in town at the moment? Bring him along, too.
Wait, you mean Tainari's in the city?
He is. Tainari's master, Sir Nephis, called him
Are
and
we gonna
Kale
see
to the
Tainari and
academia to
Cyno
help out on a
together?
project.
And Cole,
They
the whole
should be
family.
at Nephis's office at this hour. Though
Okay,
I
so my
must
food
say,
has finished, so I will eat
I'm
first. Yes,
surprised
enjoy
you're
the food.
extending an invitation to Tainari.
Tainari beloved, exactly.
Did you do something to offend Sir Nephis?
Don't be outrageous. Nephis offends
Cyrus,
me all
is
the
your
time.
boyfriend in the city?
It's
Bring
never
him
the other
on.
way around.
Drama
Anyway,
couple.
hurry up
His
and fetch
favorite man,
Tainari.
yeah.
I'll head over to the tavern with the traveler and Paimon. See you there. Go on
See
now.
ya there.
Don't keep us waiting.
All right. I want to see some gay action. But I have to follow the... Oof. Okay, okay. I'm not gonna get triggered by this. No, right? I have to talk to Catherine. I need to physically go to her and be like, hey. No? Okay. Gay action? Gay action? You will not until you talk. I tested. Okay, thank you. I don't wanna risk. I'm gonna do that. I think next Saturday. I think I'm gonna have the last exam on.
Not to brag, but we
Friday,
never had
Saturday.
problems like this at
I think
Ratawa
on
Hills
Friday,
back
so
when I was still
I'll be free
teaching.
on Saturday.
And if you don't want to take my word for it, you can ask them. They were students at the time.
Boris
They'll
Gorb.
tell you what it was like, won't they?
Oh my god, this
I
is
was
a-
out in the forest at least 4 days a week back then, thanks to a colossal workload from Master. It wrought havoc on my poor tail, so I didn't exactly keep up to date with what was going on at the academia.
Mr. Bad.
Most of what I know, I heard from Cyno after the fact.
Professor's become a lot more laid back in his retirement. He used to be far stricter, and was especially known for being extremely principled.
Wow. It's hard enough to stay true to your principles as a normal person. I can't imagine doing that as a sage.
It's a pity Kale wasn't around at the time.
I think I'm wearing the
would have happily
proper
taken
shirt
her on
for
as a student.
Cyno store request.
And
That's
then
what she
we'd
said.
have one more person who has to address Lisa as upper-class woman.
Really? Can't you just
I
call
love
her
nobody
Lisa?
complains about
She
his
seems
voice
to
anymore.
prefer
Everyone's
when
finally
people
said
treat her
the
like
new
an older
VA
sister.
and shut
Oh,
up about it.
believe
Yeah.
me, back when she was a student,
Good
nothing
time.
made her happier than the
I don't know if
younger
I see
students
you my single
acknowledging
stand-up
her
character.
seniority.
I love Tainari. What do you mean you don't see me seeing off his... They look!
Whoa, more food? Are you sure about this? We don't want to take advantage.
Oh, don't worry about it. Order whatever you like. And if it's not enough, order some more.
Well, it wasn't obvious
After
when
all
you
your
said
help
that.
today,
And
treating you
Dia,
to dinner is
yeah.
the least I can do.
Unbelievable.
I thought I heard some familiar voices.
I'll keep beating, yeah.
Sir Cyrus is here as well.
Oh, Kaveh, it's been a while. Zahahadi was talking about you last month. How have you been?
Are you kidding me? Kaveh, beloved. Oh my god. Get the fuck out. Oh, hi. Hi, Darius. Hi, Bestie. Maternity leave over. He's here. To be honest, the more recent voice lines from Tenari are better. Oh. To record them instead of being rushed too. Oh. I cannot believe. Now all I need is all Hatem to jump here. And then we have a full crew of gays. You know?
I've been all right, thank you. You're looking very well, sir. I'm glad to see it.
Have you eaten yet?
Gather the
Care to
gays,
join
yeah.
us?
That's awfully kind of you, but I had a late lunch, so I'm not really hungry just yet. I'll have dinner a little
Right,
bit
man,
later
store
tonight.
quest. This is perfect.
I just came to Lombard's to buy some wine, and when I heard some voices I recognized, I thought I'd come and
A
say
wine.
hello. So what's the occasion
A
anyway?
wine.
Some sort of celebration?
Consolation, more like. You wouldn't believe the day I've had.
Cyrus vividly recounts the day's events of the band. Oh,
Sounds like things have really gone downhill since I was there.
forgot to
My
remove the
whole
timer,
time as
it's
a
okay.
student, I've never heard of anything remotely like that.
thank you for the
I
pin.
can't believe how young the guy is.
Yeah, Raiden will show up now too.
What are his parents going to think?
Young people are always
cannot
more
believe
susceptible to making rash and ill-advised decisions. Their minds are still
Where have
young.
you been?
Just an unfortunate fact of life. But still, this boy has some nerve. Just look at what he wrote. Oh, it makes my blood boil.
Wow, yeah. Jeez.
I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. And then
I
you
mean,
just
seeing
took
Emily
all
drip
of
marker,
you
she
into
looks
the
like
house
a
of
drag
terror?
alter ego.
If this were my son,
Scar will also send
he'd
letter and
get
he's
the
homophobic. He's
scolding of a
close to
lifetime.
Luckily, I'm also an extremely principled person.
Kave! Your order's ready, sir!
Coming. I'll have to get going. Have a nice evening, everyone. I'll catch you all another time.
Okay, bye-bye!
No!
Here I
No!
am. The coffee beans are in here too.
Yep, it's all there. I'll stop babbling away now. Let's eat before the food gets cold.
You were all busy chatting that you almost forgot about food. Luckily, it's still hot and you enjoy the delicious celebrity, yeah. I had the really awful thing in my mind, and I don't want to say, cause it's. I will say it. I will say it, but I will be incorrect, okay? Cause it's stupid. we all know that Kave is broke. So did he maybe wrote? Did he wrote the thing? Cause yeah, he needed more. Cause like he ordered the coffee beans too, right? They showed the scene where he ordered the coffee beans, and we already said that the letter was with the coffee coffee thing. Not you're right. Okay, thank you. I'm blaming Kave after like maternity leave. He comes back on the first scene for so long, and I'm blaming him. Okay, I'll stop. It was just a funny
too
thought.
tasty. Paimon's belly is about to explode.
Oh, mine too. I'll have to walk home to burn some of it off.
Thanks for dinner, Sir Cyrus. Master Tainari and I will bring you some homemade herbal tea next time. It'll do
47?
wonders
That's
for
because
your
I
sleep.
blamed Kave.
Well, I
He would
look
do it
forward
after-
to that.
After 2 bottles
In
of iron.
fact,
Yeah, true.
Could I trouble you to bring a little extra for the other old folks on my
97.
street? I'll be the envy of the neighborhood.
95,
No problem at all.
damn.
I'll pack some up and bring it over.
Thank you for treating us.
I'll see you all later. I better head home now and tend to the crops.
Good night, Professor. Don't let those tomatoes keep you up too late.
Hey, my
Kevin's
tomatoes are
gay.
serious business. I am not about to be beaten by Zaha Hadi. Anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children. I bid you all a good night.
Take care. Have a safe trip home.
All right. Now, we finally have some us time.
What do you mean, us time?
Yeah, what do you mean us time?
Well, I was talking with Tainari and Kale, and since we all have some free time, we thought we could all go camping together. Think of it as our way of welcoming you back to Sumeru.
You don't need to include us. You don't need to include. I thought it was gonna be date between you guys. Oh my god. Anyways. Okay, he's back. Very gay. Yeah. I forgive you now because that's what it is, honestly. Poor Christian girl. Gay dad out. This is very gay. Mentioned rizzing. Like the fully gay. Good. Good. As it should be.
Camping? Oh, that sounds fun. Paimon's in.
Do what you want on the side. But we stay married. Don't embarrass me in front of the church. Yeah, that sounds really fun. Time to show off my 10th pitching. I will not say that.
Right? It's been so long since we did something fun together. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Everyone, let's meet tomorrow afternoon at the riverbank to the southeast of Gandharvaville. No need to bring anything. We've already packed everything for the trip. Just...
You got it! We'll be there!
Accidentally clicked. I'm sorry, Tenari. I will never do that to you.
Great. Then we'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow! You know what's fun, Collet? The fact that I read that right before you deleted it. Collet slander is bannable. Unbelievable. She's 24th. Oh, wait. Wait until the next day. Tomorrow. Between 14, right? Ban him for fun. We usually time him out, don't worry about it. I'll ban you from real life. Oh, this part of the quest, by the way, it's so cute. It is really cute. Them acting like a real family. I'm okay. Seeing Kave was already the highlight. I will by deletes all the message and we will miss contacts. True.
Kinda set off. Let's head to the southeast of Gandharvaville and meet up with the others.
I get confused by this Harken quest. Jesus. Okay. Call it watching Alakino walk into Gandharvaville.
Wow, you guys are ahead of the game. You set up the
Fear.
tents already.
No, it's not on the outer plan. Okay.
I'd say we're right about on schedule, actually. We were aiming to have them set up before you arrived.
Traveler, Paimon, let's go fishing together. Whatever we catch, we can grill for dinner tonight.
Oh.
You got it. Dinner's on us tonight.
See, Starvel got me so bad. I thought the whole thing, the travel was being set up.
I hope
but
I
hey,
can contribute
actually.
too. The other Forest Watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago. I'm really looking forward to giving them a try.
I saw some very appetizing mushrooms in the area, so I gathered a few for us. I'll leave them here along with some fresh fruit.
Wow, camping with a Forest Watcher is the way to go. They think of everything. And even if they don't, they can improvise.
This is true. I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So, how has everything been going for you?
Well, there's been some high points and low points, but we've had some unforgettable experiences along the way.
Yep.
I see. Oh, in that case, you should try a valberry. I bought some from the market this morning.
A valuable suggestion. Just don't bury your feelings using food.
All I wanted was to recommend something bittersweet.
Oh, I have a sudden craving for fruit
I keep
tea.
waiting
I'm gonna go
for the
fetch some
punch,
stuff.
like actually
Bye.
brought you here for a reason, and then Cyno gets stabbed probably. Kevin, that's your trauma speaking from
You sure made a
Star
run
Rail.
for it.
Someone kill Cyno. She made run for it.
Unbelievable. She made a run for it.
So Kale chose the path of tactical retreat. Could it be she foresaw what shall soon come to pass? My dear friend, you know what I am about to say.
That's valid of her. You know, that was really valid. That was supposed to be me. That was supposed to be me running. I will not play Genius Invocation. I will not play it now. If I do it, I will never continue or finish this game. He hasn't to call me out on needing a coping mechanism like that. Call it running because she knew TCG was coming is so me. Not now. I'm sorry, Cyno. I'll have to say no. I'll say no.
Oh, drat. A flat-out rejection. But this isn't over. It's only a matter of time before I challenge you again.
Yeah,
So be
yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
This guy. Somebody make it stop.
Oh Alright, alright. I'm sorry, Cyno, I'm sorry. Bird chirping away, the soothing sound of the running water. This is nice. No agenda, just to relax and enjoy myself. Aw, that is really nice. Bam! Someone gets murdered.
We gotta fight!
I'll reel it in.
Yes, do that. We are gonna just relax. If only
Firewood,
the
spices,
had the
snacks,
That's translated
and
refusing
drinks.
to have the
Everything's
sound.
ready.
Is
Once
that
Kale
another
gets
Paimon?
back, we can light up the fire and start grilling.
Sumeru Paimon. It's a night. This is so relaxing. It's just so nice to camping with friends.
There are 3 tents. Which one do you two want to take?
How about the one on the left?
Whatever Paimon says.
Well, Paimon just thinks the ambiance here is a little better.
True. But it's also the closest to the water. If there are any sleepwalking fungi around tonight, they might stumble into your tent.
Well, that's no good. Take my weapon. You can use it to bar the entrance.
Anyone would think you were sealing the gates to King Deshret's mausoleum.
Excellent. Then this tent will be an impenetrable fortress.
I'm
Period.
back! How's your appetites? Ready for the barbecue?
Always.
No. Celestia Nail comes out from nowhere. As I can't believe this is actually just them
Oh,
camping.
it
I've been on the
smells
server
so
for too long,
good.
so I
My
forgot it's
mind's
just how
food.
Genshin is. Yeah. This is beautiful.
Someone sure is
How
desperate
come
to
there are
eat.
3 tents, but there are 4 of them?
I think it's time to
5, I
add the
mean, the
seasoning.
Paimons with the Traveler.
How do you like your skewers?
We all know.
Well done.
we know the
Medium?
answer.
Rare?
Wait, what? Isn't that just for steaks?
Hey, if it works for steak,
We all know the
maybe
answer.
it works for other things too.
Medium well for me.
Okay, these are about ready now then. It'll be a few more minutes for anyone who wants theirs well done.
Well, I'm gonna dig in. Camping with Jeopard. Imagine Sarah did this type of the story quest, I would not be against it actually. Camping with Jeppy. And I just got him, so everything would be so perfect. Lynx was kinda that, yeah, but it was her and Pila, and I saw a little bit of Jeppy, but it wasn't enough. Apart from the freezing to death, yeah. It's like a beach episode, it's like a beach episode. Everyone wolfs down the delicious food.
Oh, that was so delicious. If Paimon's stomach had space, she'd eat 3 more skewers.
I ate a lot too. Here comes the food coma.
If you're tired, then go rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon. Why don't you guys head to your tents? Cyno and I will clean up.
Tonight, I show you mercy. Our sacred duel will take place another day.
Good night.
Aw.
Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Oh no, it's
Oh,
too cold. We
don't
must
forget
cuddle for
this.
warmth.
The staff of the Scarlet Sands.
Wait, you were actually being serious about that?
It's a very powerful weapon. Try it.
Paimon can't even lift that thing.
Fair enough. You sure you don't want it?
Yeah, Paimon's sure. We'll be fine. And even if we do get an uninvited guest in the night, Paimon will be here to take care of the traveler.
Dual blade. Let's not forget I have my own trusty sword. Becomes murder mystery. I'm down for that. I'll put you have the Narcissus thingy, use it. It's a very powerful weapon, especially for a foreign chef. I said chef, yeah. This chef, yes. I'll protect us with all 1-star weapon, exactly. I mean the Traveler. Oh, I was like, what? But this is the key
That reminds
of the
me of a
success.
parting king of invocations.
Have a 1-star weapon.
Oh, I'll tell you about it
Skyward
tomorrow.
Spine, let's go, Snow.
But right now, it's time to rest.
Oh, Montaigne
Sleep
Roll
well
Quest. Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
sweet dreams.
That one, yeah. Please, no more Toma. This camping trip is really relaxing. I'm gonna sleep like in the peace and tranquility of the forest, nature warm and embrace-lose of. Okay.
I think they should all be here. Traveler? Paimon? Are you in there? Could you come outside for a sec?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, nah. Are you kidding me? That's why I told you this third question is good. Oh my god. Why are they... Oh, you know what? I'm so happy right now.
Look at this.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
What's this sword doing here? Is it supposed to keep out intruders?
Evidently.
Huh? Who is it? Oh, what time do you call this?
These voices, I recognize them.
Paimon's gonna take out the sword. Yeah!
I'm going back to sleep. You know what?
Oh, hey them,
Understandable.
Kave! What are you doing here? It's the middle of the night!
Oh, why'd they come all the way here?
Sorry to wake you up at this hour of the night, but we've got a situation on our hands.
Hi, Clay.
Let's get dressed and
Game
talk about it
man.
outside.
I cannot believe this is happening.
Something has come up. And since it pertains to Cyrus and Cyno, I deemed it essential to inform you all.
Whoa, back up. Let's start from the beginning. Huh? Where'd the wine cups go? I could have sworn I left them here after I washed them. Ah, there they are.
I'll have a cup too.
Can you see if the cookies are still on the table?
They are. And so are the fruits.
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few bottles of what Cyno's group was drinking last night.
Do tell. What were they drinking?
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening when I went to the tavern to pick up some things. He was hosting a dinner for Cyno, Tighnari, Kale, and the Traveler and Paimon. Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table. At least, I think that's what it was. It looked pretty good.
He's sitting on the
Sounds like
table.
they're all tangled up in this.
You know what it's about, right? 16-year-old kid tried to extort Cyrus. He was asking for 10 million mora.
I heard some people talking about it on the streets, yes. Didn't take them long to catch the culprit. The sages are probably dealing with the case by now.
I wonder what Sir Nephis and the others will make of it. Oh, Cyrus showed me the extortion letter, too. It was crudely written, but the paper had this beautiful pattern on it that I've never seen before. Really caught my eye. Give me a sec, I'll sketch it out for you.
I love them so much. This is the best day ever. Like, this is like me reading like a slow burn fanfiction. This is me seeing it right now. I'm sorry. Do you guys feel the tension? Because I definitely feel
Okay,
it.
done. Take a look. You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this around before. God knows where the culprit got it from.
Interesting. These are all motifs associated with the tribes of the desert.
What? Really?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire, similar to the kind found on some ancient palaces. And the crisscrossing and mirroring here, I recognize that too. It bears a striking resemblance to an ancient emblem, one that hasn't been used in a very long time.
Whose emblem is it?
It's the emblem of the Temple of Silence.
After discussing it with each other, we both agreed that something didn't feel right, so we went looking for you. This was a long way to come from the city. Alhaitham figured you were probably with Tainari, so Gandharvaville was our first stop. But the Forest Watchers told us that you'd gone camping. Then, just as we were heading off to the campsite, we ran into Cyno. He said he was on a supply run. We exchanged a few words, and then he ran off.
Hold on. So what's the deal with that emblem you were talking about? The Temple of Silence, you said? What is that? Should we be worried?
Something's up, huh? Give me a second. Let me get Kale. So you've never heard of the Temple of Silence? Well, to put it simply, it's an organization that has existed in Sumeru for over 1,000 years.
I cannot believe that everything that's this is the best. This is amazing. This is beautiful. This is magnificent. This is something that I actually haven't expected. I am so grateful. Let me just catch up with the comments because I haven't seen. Also, Kevin 98 homophobic. I will ignore that. That's a Photoshop. It's true. I'm against Kevin. I'll hate him just because I want. I'll hate him with me. Welcome, yes. This is such a beautiful, this entire scene. Literally being a mom, yeah. This is how my parents talk to each other. By the way, there's a secret scene behind Alhaitham and Kaveh at the house of Dina after this. Oh, okay, I'll try to remember that. He's particularly sitting on, yeah, he's... This is amazing. And him sitting on a table. I assure you, traveler, you needed all the yaoi of life before Dina. Let's continue the house of Dina before you visit Cyrus. Okay. Hazel, hey them, we fight all the time. Also them, actually, yeah. We need to prove the abuse. I will believe it's wrong with the yaoi monologue.
These days,
This is beautiful.
you can find a Temple of Silence office in the academia. Theoretically, it's responsible for the custody and disposal of information and documents not fit for
They
public
can't stand each
dissemination.
other, be for real, yeah.
At least, that's what they tell the outside world.
They want us to think that.
In truth, it's essentially a vestigial institution nowadays. There's an office with their name on it, but it's functionally obsolete. Historically speaking, the original Temple of Silence is said to have been established by Hermanubis, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret and the greatest of all sages. Most of the organization's members hailed from the desert. By contrast, none of the Academia Temple's current members are from the desert region, nor do they use any symbols connected with the desert folk.
So the Temple of Silence at the Academia is just a fake? Wow.
It's possible. The real question is, why? My guess is they're covering something up.
So, how do you know all this? Sounds like some pretty top secret stuff.
Did you forget? He did a stint as acting Grand Sage, and kept the pay raise even after he resigned.
Oh, yeah! Paimon did totally forget about that. So you took the chance to read all
Kava
the top
literally
secret
being a
documents
housewife,
while you were
literally.
acting Grand Sage, huh?
If you're asking me whether I familiarized myself with the documentation in my office, I would respond that that's a perfectly normal part of any job.
So much about this doesn't make sense. Why did the emblem of the Temple of Silence appear on a threat letter from an academia student to Cyrus?
The way they look
Student's
at
only
each other.
16
So
and
much
doesn't
love.
have any family ties to the desert. So where could he have seen that emblem or gotten the paper?
You said you ran into Cyno, yes? Did you tell him what you've just told us?
Yep. He ran off as soon as he heard what we said.
Given that Cyrus is involved, he's probably halfway through solving the case by now. Still, we should try to catch up with him. At this hour of the night, Cyno will probably go looking for Cyrus at his current residence.
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the truth, the sudden appearance of this emblem can't be good. It's sure to stir up trouble. We should pay a visit to the Academia.
Yes. As the Sage of Amorta, my master ought to know the truth about their office. You can ask him to tell you what he knows. The more information we have, the better prepared we'll be for whatever happens there.
If this situation is connected to the real Temple of Silence, the emblem has to be part of a bigger conspiracy.
Kale, could I trouble you to send a message to the Core of 30? Tell them to keep an eye out for Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, you two come with me. We'll go after Cyno.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We're all in this together. Okay.
Cyrus has been living in the
Grandpa,
city
did you
lately.
say
He rented a place near the field so he can keep
me
an
to
eye on his
go?
tomato plants.
to their place or
Let's go look for
is
him
it that
there.
later? I don't know. I don't remember. You said something to visiting their home. So I am not sure. Academia and then go into the library. Do I know where the library is? I know where the library is. No, it's not the library. I'm still mixing the. Oh, I'm on the right way. You can use Nahida's skill.
I've been waiting for you for ages.
Same. Where? Is it this way? I forgot. Lemon! Yeah. Is it here or do I need to go up, up, up? Up, 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 up to the top. I assume I have to go up. Down? This down? Okay, okay, okay. It's always how I play this and don't remember anything because I pay no attention, please.
I'm suddenly getting really sleepy. My fault for going to bed so late last night. I wonder if I can send Marak to fetch us some coffee. Yeah, if I write the order down, that could work.
I see everything.
The Temple of Silence. No publications have mentioned this organization in quite some time. The dummy organization at the Academia did the job and made sure the subject never attracted any attention. Still, there's a lot of material to sift through. I should get a cup of coffee before I start.
The difference between their thoughts always kills me. Yeah. He sounds freaking tired. Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm being a camera woman. I'll be the camera woman, don't worry about it.
What they
Shh.
say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
That's very true. We need to appreciate the world. Anyways, I got some pictures. That's all, right? That they don't talk a lot. It's just that.
I'm suddenly getting really sleepy.
Okay.
My fault for going to bed so late last night. I wonder if I can send Marak to fetch us some coffee.
The Temple of the Silence
Yeah,
is suspicious.
if I
I
write
should
the order
investigate it.
down,
I must
that
come
could
up with a
work.
strategy to solve this without alerting the Academia. Kave. I think a vase will look nice by the window. You can talk to them, Rita?
There's a lot of strange things about this situation. Oh, what a mess. Let me think. Current and former associates would be a good place to start. Oh, but how would I know who Cyrus is acquainted with? Cyno didn't mention any names either. We just have to work with what we've got, I suppose. Huh? What's that you're reading?
An index of the Academia's book collection. I recall there being some books that reference the Temple of Silence, but they're few and far between.
How long's that gonna take you? It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
I'll manage.
All right, fine. I'll help you look through them. We'll be here all night otherwise.
It's a shame there's no coffee around here.
If I'd known what we were getting into, I would have made some before leaving the house. Actually, Alhaitham, have you ever met anyone from the Temple of Silence? The phonies from the Academia branch, I mean.
A few times. Their workload is even lighter than mine, so they often leave the office to chat with whoever is nearby.
How do you know all this? Do you join in with these chats?
Is that a serious question? I just go about my business and pretend not to have heard anything they said.
Wait, but how does that work? Can you teach me? I feel like that'd be a really useful skill. Hmm? Hey, stop ignoring me!
See? That's all there is to it.
I love them! I love them! Oh my god! This is absolutely amazing. The peak. This is the peak. Mihoyo has to know what they're doing. Yeah, definitely. I'll be right back, yes, no, yes. Oh my god. Can't believe I missed this. Thank you so much, Grandpa, for telling me about it. Same, I also missed it. Aww. But I'm glad that we managed to watch it now. A lot of people missed it, apparently. Yeah. But you didn't, Grandma. You didn't. You sneaky, sneaky. Okay, let's do this. That was beautiful, actually. I'm really happy. Can always trust in Grandma for gay stuff. It's very true.
Here we are. This is the place.
We might be too late. Looks like nobody's home. Cyno moves fast. If he was here, he's probably long gone by now.
I know that voice. Is that Tainari I hear?
I missed them already. Same.
Professor Zahahadi!
I could watch like a whole
Wow. So
sitcom
it really
of
is
them.
you. My goodness. Whatever is going on tonight?
We're looking for Cyno.
Or just their regular
So,
life. I would
he's
just
already
watch
been
them.
here.
Yes.
I
not
love the
long
name
ago, in
Zahahadi.
fact.
Zaha, I love
He
your
knocked on
daughter,
my door
Gigi.
and asked if I'd seen Cyrus today at all. I told him the old fool left early this morning, and I hadn't heard him come back. So we went to his place, and
Did you know there's
would you
a
believe it?
Kaika
He's
fan
gone.
game?
Goodness knows where
No.
to. It must have alarmed Cyno, because he took off in an awful hurry after that. He never did explain what this was all about. How serious is it?
Well, if Cyrus isn't at home... Oh, it sure doesn't sound good.
Professor, did you hear that a student recently tried to extort Cyrus?
Why, yes. When I left the house that day, I noticed he was watering his flowers in the field in complete silence. He had a piece of paper clutched in his hand, and he looked lost in thought. I could tell something was troubling him, but he wouldn't tell me what it was. If Cyno hadn't happened to visit him that day, he'd probably still be holding on to that thing. After seeing the letter, Cyno told him to contact the Corps of 30, but Cyrus was very reluctant. He claimed it would only damage his reputation. Eventually, he relented, after much persuasion from Cyno.
Huh? Cyrus didn't want to report it? Well, that's strange. When we saw him, he seemed pretty okay with the idea of the kid getting his just desserts.
As a former sage, it's possible Cyrus still has enemies at the Academia. That's why Cyno was so insistent that he report the matter to the authorities. I was there while they were going back and forth over it.
So Cyrus initially hoped to stop this from going public. But why?
He only okay, I know it's gonna play me too well. He only reported it because Cyno forced him to, which means Cyrus must know something about Templates of Silence.
Oh dear, what on earth has that old fool gotten himself wrapped up in? Oh, I do hope he's not in danger. Oh, I almost forgot. Cyno left me this letter to pass on to you. He wrote it when he came by earlier. He realized you might come looking for him.
Thank you.
What does it say? Let Paimon take a look.
My friends, this is rather complicated state of affair. Unfortunately, I cannot disclose more than that. I ask you to understand and accept that I had to act alone at this stage. Don't come after me. Cyno, no!
My friends, this is a rather complicated state of affair. Unfortunately, I cannot disclose more than that. I ask you to understand and accept that I had to act alone at this stage. Don't come after me.
Yep, that sounds like Cyno. Thank you, Professor.
He knows him so well.
Please do not worry. We will do all we can to protect both Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, let's head to the Academia and regroup.
They knew the players wouldn't read it through. But I did it for the first time. For the first time I did. And they do that. Okay. Not me getting lost immediately. I know the way, I know the way. You see? I'm so smart. It's like unbelievable. It's the way she can never find a way to the street. I never got used to it. We got so many new patches and I still cannot get used to Sumeru one. I'm going to tap her down from all the way up. Nuh-uh. Oh, they're there.
You're here? I thought you were going after...
Rita's IQ's highest trust.
I guess you lost their trail.
Please.
We went to Cyrus's house.
Hi,
no one was
Sad.
there.
Good to see
Cyno
you.
got
Rita,
there
come
before
back.
us, but he was long gone
How
by the
you
time we
doing?
arrived.
He didn't say where he was going?
No, he left us a letter and told us not to go after him.
Tainari shares what you learned from Zahada Hadi.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Typical Cyno. Anyway, some updates on progress on our end. I drew the emblem from memory again, but in more detail this time.
Oh my god, he got the photographic memory. Oh my god, that is amazing! Holy shit! I mean, I know he's like a good artist, okay? He's like architect, but like, holy, oh! Excuse me? I'm good, nervous about my interview on Monday. Sad. You got this, okay? I believe in you. You will slay the interview. There's no other way. We are in the Pride Month. which means you need to slay even more than you usual. Okay? And you will. Peak is back. Well, he's an I know, but this is like from the memory in so much detail. That's impressive.
I checked some ancient texts for a similar design.
That,
The one
I'm
I
impressed
found
by
was a
them.
little blurry, but the similarities in the general form and certain details were clear enough to confirm a match.
Yeah, and we're lucky we found anything at all. It turns out the emblem was all but lost to history. We scoured the entire Academia collection, and that book was the only one with a record of the motif.
Meanwhile, Arav managed to get Uraka to disclose his source. The one who told him about Cyrus's embezzled funds was a young man from the desert. According to Uraka, he had a striking presence and was well educated.
Oh.
Apparently, the
Think we
two
know.
met in the tavern over a game of cards.
Oh.
The guy
I think we
claimed to
know
be in
who
the
that
city for
is.
business as part of a merchant caravan. Uraka was intrigued when he heard what his new acquaintance had to say and brought up the idea of extorting Cyrus for Mora. The guy encouraged him to go ahead with it, then handed him some pen and paper to write the letter.
I see. So it could be that this person planted the paper intentionally.
So, how do we find this guy? Did Uraka say where he is?
He doesn't know. He claims not to have seen him since that day in the tavern. The man gave him some tips on how to carry out the extortion, but from then on, Uraka was acting alone.
Nephis and Arav have gone to meet the Core of 30 and review the city's entry and exit records. Also, Nephis admitted that the Temple of Silence in the Academia is just a facade. The true Temple of Silence once came to the rainforest to establish a collaboration with the Academia, but as time went by, the sages gradually became corrupt and foolish. The Temple of Silence felt that they could no longer trust the Academia and ended the partnership. They retreated back to the desert about 400 years ago. Ever since its inception, the Temple of Silence has been the guardians of King Deshret's civilization and belief system. They traveled throughout Sumeru, sequestering and guarding any wisdom that posed a threat to the people's livelihoods.
Damn.
At its roots, it was a legitimate and reputable organization whose purpose was to guide people towards the right path.
The Academia of the day knew that the split would damage their reputation if it became a matter of public knowledge. And so, they set up a dummy organization of their own to conceal the truth.
Not only that, but they managed to keep up the charade for hundreds of years!
So how did Cyrus become acquainted with the true Temple of Silence if they left centuries ago?
I'll bet that's the question that bothered Cyno. Probably why he went after him in such a rush.
Whoever is behind this, getting Uraka to extort Cyrus was only the first step of the plan. Their true goal in doing so was for Cyrus to see the emblem on the letter.
He must have recognized it right away. That'll be why he didn't want to involve the authorities. He probably hoped to take care of the whole thing by himself. Unfortunately for him, Cyno had other plans.
Since the desert is where the Temple of Silence originated, that is in all likelihood where Cyrus went.
I have to go after him.
Really? Are you sure that's a good idea, with how you respond to the heat? Why don't we send someone else?
Aww.
I should be fine, as long as I bring plenty of water. Besides, I just can't shake this ominous feeling that if we don't catch up to them soon...
Everyone,
Oh,
I have news from the
30%
Core of
slaying.
30.
That's okay. I'm recovering.
Master!
Oh, so that's Nafis, Tainari's master? Oh, we're finally getting to meet him in person!
No, I need to increase my slay imagination between my fellows. Also, the story quiz is queer literature. Amen. Hello.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Traveler in
What in the
Paimon.
fly mosquito this is?
Several independent eyewitnesses have reported seeing Cyrus and Mahamatra Cyno leaving the city at different times. Both were heading in the
He looks
direction
like
of Caravan
TikTok Willy Wonka.
I was going to suggest that you join forces with the Core of 30 in this case. However, as I'm sure you've already heard from Al-Haytham and Kaveh, the Temple of Silence is involved. The Academia has made a number of decisions throughout history that I am ashamed to talk about. It may well be that no better choice was available to them, but those actions are nonetheless a stain on our legacy. I won't attempt to make you understand the Academia's perspective. Now is the time for action.
The Gokuri didn't work out.
I understand where you're coming from, Master. But I'm afraid the situation might be more complicated than we thought. I think we need to keep a low profile, or risk making things worse.
Good point. If Cyrus is involved with the other side, or worse, if he's fallen into their hands, and... Everyone, we have to get Cyrus and
I
Cyno
kept
back
seeing thirsty
safely.
fan out of this guy.
We
I was on
cannot
the
afford
floor.
to lose them.
Him?
Need our help? Whatever you need, we got you covered.
Yeah, we got you
Really?
covered.
Wonderful. You have my most sincere gratitude.
Yes.
Arav and I will continue to follow up on the lead from Uraka.
Where?
Kaveh, Scribe Al-Haytham, I'd like to ask you to cover the duties of the House of Dana. Tainari, you are planning to go into the desert, correct?
I am. Kaveh, I'll be okay. You stay behind to help Master and Al-Haytham.
Well, if you're sure. Okay. But be careful.
Thank you all. Arav, let's go.
A choice.
You'd better get moving. Don't forget to ask for help when you need it.
Aww.
Will do. Let's go, Tainari. Hopefully we can catch up with Cyno before it's too late.
Knowing him, he's probably covered a fair distance already. But we still have a shot. Let's take it.
Let's go. We really keep sending Tainari to the desert. Hey, he volunteered himself this time. I'll hate him smile. Yeah. They're not here anymore, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Gotta go after the boyfriend. Hey, true love, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, we made it to Caravan Ribat. Where should we go next? Maybe we should ask the nearby guards if they've seen anything.
God damn.
Hold
God
on.
darn.
Look over there.
Is that Dia?
Lesbians!
You sure you want to brave the
This is
desert
literally
alone?
Prime
I
Month
mean, it's your choice at
quest.
the end of the day, but still.
Happy Prime Month again?
It's not my first time. I'll be fine.
Are you kidding me?
To go through with this, then at least take our advice. When you're packing for your trip, budget for 5 days more than you plan to spend out there.
Makes sense. Okay, I'll go get ready.
Thought we might find you here. You're trying to retrace Cyrus's steps, aren't you?
Didn't I tell you not to come after me? I thought I had a good lead on you.
Well, sorry, but we never agreed to that. Why would you go off on your own like this?
Nothing personal. It's just a complex situation. And I'd rather not involve anyone else if I can help it.
Takes a special kind of person to get Cyno chasing them all the way out to Caravan Rebot. But why so coy today, huh? You only gave us his age and description. Why can't you reveal his name? Is he Sumeru's most wanted or something? Oh, also, hey guys, it's been a while.
They're really gonna get all the good cast. I am so
Dia
happy.
and Candace! So nice to see you. Actually, seeing all of our friends is the whole reason we're here.
You're looking well. Glad to see it.
Thanks.
Candace and I came to Caravan Rebot on business. We ran into Cyno as he
Business.
was asking about some elderly gentleman's whereabouts. Some people say they saw him. Guess he stood out as an
Undercover
older
is
guy
whatever the
heading
fuck
into the
is.
desert alone with just a sumpter beast
Same.
in tow and very few supplies.
If I saw
That's gotta
him, I
be
would
one heck of
literally
a story there.
hate the nearest building.
Cyno, it's okay if you can't tell us anything about the case. But let us know how we can support you. We're here to help however you need. The more people we have working on this, the quicker we'll be able to find the person you seek.
No, it's not that simple. If I'm right, he'll be doing everything he can to avoid us.
We spoke with Zaha Hadid. From what she said, It's pretty clear that he wants to try and solve this on his own. It won't be easy trying to find him in the desert when he's deliberately trying to cover his tracks.
Sounds like this is far more complex than we imagined.
Still, if he started from Caravan Rebot, the chances are that his route took him past our village.
That can sound better.
He may as well ask if anyone there
He's
has
the
seen
Regina
him.
George demon to TikTok.
My thanks to you both. Once this is resolved, I will find a way to repay you.
Ah, come on. No need to get all serious. Just buy a round of drinks next time we're all in the city or something.
No.
That's a deal.
All right, so, you all set?
Yes, we'll handle it from here. Thank you again for your help. I don't take it for granted.
No.
All right, then we'll leave you to it. Just remember, if you change your mind and need some reinforcements, we'll be here.
And don't think you'd be imposing. You can depend on us.
Don't worry, we'll keep him out of trouble.
This is so beautiful. I don't know. Can she still read?
Everyone hold his.
Whatever they're getting themselves into, I just hope it isn't too dangerous. Get home safe, everyone.
Aww.
Gods above, I pray that you will see the goodness in their hearts and give them your protection.
Aww, that is so cute.
Cyno should count himself lucky that the Traveler and Tainari got here when they did.
Stop.
What was he thinking?
Just lost my
Trying to play
50-50
the
to
lone
Nari.
hero.
I want to cry.
The
No.
desert tests the character of all who enter it. And only
No,
those with
sorry,
wisdom and courage shall
Neymar.
prevail.
No.
But take heart. With his companions by his side, no harm will come to Cyno.
They're beautiful. God, they're hot. Okay, let's see. I'm so sorry, Neymar. I hope you get the early. Back to back, maybe.
Hold on. There's a few things I'd like to clear up.
Go on.
So, after you left the campsite, we had a longer talk.
Clearly, we've only scratched the surface of the Temple of Silence question. It doesn't surprise me at all that the one in the academia is a fake.
Do you have any connection with the Temple of Silence?
I do. I trust you're all aware of the spirit that gives me my power. Hermanubis, the original founder of the Temple of Silence. Due to my unique constitution, I was put through a number of trials in the desert when I was younger. Later, I met the professor, and he brought me to Sumeru City. But my memory of that time is hazy. I can't recall much. It's a good thing that Kaveh noticed the emblem on the letter. Without that, I don't know if we would have connected the dots and realized there was more to this case than mere extortion. I did not recognize that symbol at all. Whether that's because I've never seen it, or because my memory fails me, it's hard to say.
Yeah, you're right. Thank goodness for Kaveh, and for Alhaitham's diligence during his time as acting Grand Sage.
But Cyrus must have recognized it right away, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't have had any qualms about you reporting it. Oh, maybe his connection to the Temple of Silence goes even deeper than yours.
I suspect so too. Professor has never once mentioned the Temple of Silence in conversation. And whenever the conversation turns to Hermanubis and the concept of spirit indwelling, he avoids going into any depth.
Well, speaking of avoiding things, you do realize, don't you, now that we've caught up with you, you're stuck with us for the rest of the way.
I am aware. And I have accepted it. Or rather, I don't see how I could manage to ditch you en route, so I might as well accept that you're coming with me.
That's right. Fact is, we're coming with you whether you like it or not, so the best option now is to try to look out for each other. Ha!
You can't get rid of us.
Fair enough. Then at least let me buy you a drink once we're back in the city.
Works for me. All right, off we go. Let's start by seeing what the guards here can tell us.
Well, right, I just fucking swiped for you. Why do you hate me? No, you even swiped. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Cyno?
I'm looking for someone. So I'd like to confirm any recent foot traffic in and out of Aru village.
Cyno describes Cyrus' appearance and provisions.
A man matching that description passed by Aru village not too long ago. He stopped by to load up on food and water and feed his sumpter beast. Then he was on his way.
Where was he going?
Yes, I swiped.
Let me think.
She wants you to say
He took a seat by the entrance of the village for a while and had a brief chat with the person who came to deliver the water. He said he was headed somewhere near an oasis, but he didn't mention which one. Do you have a map? I can mark out the direction he was heading and the best routes to any nearby oases.
I have one. Mark away.
Great.
So my wishes are very much not getting
There you
sick
go.
for a while. Oh, the Furina. I also wanted Furina,
Thank you
but I
so
don't
much.
think I'll be wishing
You
after
were a great help.
chloride.
You've got a really good memory.
Ah, you're quite welcome. Just doing my job. Best of luck. I hope you find him soon.
Alright. Hi, Cherry Milk. How you doing? I'm good. How about you? I'm doing pretty well too. I wished for Saros, right? I just wanted him, and I got the back-to-back chlorine, the 50-50, and then the 10 pulls later I got him too. So I'm pretty happy today.
Hold on. I see some people over there.
There he is! Oh my god, I was just talking about
Do
him.
you think it's safe
Thank
to
you for the
ask
lurk,
them
Sad.
what they know?
Should be. I'll go.
No. I'll do it.
He shut his mouth.
Huh? Why can't Cyno go talk to them? What difference does it make?
I love Seto so much. I like his playstyle,
Given
but
my background,
this is my first time
appearance,
meeting him.
and
I
the
don't
way
know
I
anything
dress,
about him.
I might not be the most welcome visitor here.
Oh.
Just in case, it's probably better to let a more neutral party handle things.
Ah, hello there.
Why are you side
I
down?
hope I'm not interrupting. My friend and I are looking for an elderly man who's gone missing around these parts. Any chance I could ask you a couple of questions?
Oh, a missing person, huh? Sure. What do you want to know?
I'm just wondering if you've seen him. Let me give you the details.
He's quite pretty. He is.
Silver-haired guy in a long robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes, and he's traveling alone.
He'd stand out like a sore thumb around here.
Yeah, sounds like the kind of guy we'd remember if we saw him.
He's looking behind me.
The eyes, like the pierced green eyes.
Uh-oh. That guy's looking our way.
Your friend over there stands out a lot, too. Hey, aren't you Cyno, the General Mahamatra?
Yes, that's me.
You don't seem surprised that I recognized you.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, you're the one looking for the old man who's gone missing, aren't you?
I have a bad feeling about this guy.
Someone's on edge. You don't trust me much, do you? No need to hide it. I understand why you're wary of us. Still, you came to us asking for help. Do you want it or not?
I thought you were a group of merchants. Seems I was mistaken.
Your henchmen don't look like much, but something tells me they put up a better fight than most mercenaries.
Hey, hear that, guys? You're my henchman now.
Suits me, as long as I get paid for it.
Just cut to the chase already. I'm running out of patience.
All right. Come with me. All of you.
Where are you taking us?
Don't you want to find your friend? A silver-haired, long-robed, culture type with thoughtful eyes? Sounds like there's a whole other side to Cyrus I didn't know about.
So you know where he is?
Ah.
Just follow me. I'll take you to him.
Okay. Oh, he's running! His design is good except his Sonic shoes? Sonic shoes? Oh, I haven't noticed that. Maybe don't be in the open. Oh my god. He's just such melon. Oh!
And here.
What? Where are you looking? There's nothing here!
Please step back.
Whoa! Something's coming out of the ground!
Oh. Oh,
What
wow.
is this enormous building doing here?
And how was it so well hidden? King Deshret's technology?
Wait, so... Hold on, who are you guys really?
Is this the Temple of Silence? So you're a member?
All good questions. There'll be plenty of time to address them later.
Interesting. Okay. That was cool. Like a hidden thing.
This is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis. Paimon's scared. They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this is the guy Raka met in the tavern?
What's wrong? Thinking about your professor?
I just hope for your sake you haven't done anything you might regret.
Me too.
Arena!
I hope I
Ooh,
haven't done
Kevin.
anything to incur your wrath.
Blessings for now. Period. This looks so cool. Talk to the mysterious man. This brings me back of exploring desert and everything underneath. Wow.
All right.
Ready to collect
You can wait here.
168 underground Cyno
I'll
bills.
inform our leader that you've arrived at the Temple of Silence. Sit tight
The
until he comes to greet
flashbacks. Oh no. I'm back. Welcome back.
So he's just gonna leave us
You missed
here
so much gay
unattended?
stuff.
Maybe we're not being kidnapped after all.
I'm not even kidding. Like,
They
there's been
can't
so
have
many
been at
gays.
the oasis by chance. They were waiting for us. Whoever the leader is here, they were obviously counting on us showing up.
So this is the Temple of Silence.
Watering all the plants
After
and
leaving
grass
the
takes so long. Oh, I
rainforest,
bet. But
They hid
you did it.
themselves
Let's go.
here.
You hydrated them. Yeah, I'm sorry I was busy. No, it's okay.
coming back.
I'm just telling you, like.
Don't worry. Someone will come
so
and
many
call
gays.
for you soon.
That's
What's
always
your
for being
name?
away to touch grass. Please, at least tell us what to call you.
Sorry, guess I was so delighted to see you, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Sethos. I'll be here if you need me, but I'm not planning on answering all of your questions. Other than that, you can occupy yourselves however you see fit.
So we're free to explore by ourselves.
Yep. I mean, I'm not worried about you running off. Cyrus is here. And unless I've misunderstood, you're all quite anxious to see him again.
Mm-hmm.
He's right. Well, if we've got some time, we might as well take a look around.
Alright, let's go. A fruits vegetables garden now. Snow, you was your boomer. I can't believe you are the gardener already. What do you mean? Having a garden is nice? Let's bore old people activity. I can't eat big strap. They grow plants. Please, Snow is his housewife era. True. Grandpa era. Kevin, you scored a good one. Oh my god. Can I still?
Oh, the situation's even more complicated than I expected. I should make sure I know the way out before we go any further.
There's no chest here, right? You're all bored.
Professor.
Professor.
These guys clearly care a lot about each other. This is a long way for them all to come.
No. Okay, that is really cute. I tried to think of Rosemary and it freaking die under a week. Rosemary, that's also what I wanted. Rosemary's pretty good for cooking and stuff. Yes, guys, I was thinking about cooking. This will probably keep dying seeds. This really grandpa behavior. The fuck do you kill Rosemary? That is actually true. How do you kill Rosemary?
I never imagined that the true Temple of Silence would be hidden somewhere like this. We've passed through these parts before, but never noticed anything.
That's King Deshret's technology for you, I guess. It borders on the miraculous. Amazing to think that it's been preserved intact all this time.
We should be wary of our hosts. Still, at this point, we can be confident that the professor is safe and sound. So that's something.
Okay, you know what? Before we continue, because like if I talk to him, I think we're continuing. I'll quickly go to the bathroom. So I'll put Alekina here. Enjoy her presence. I left out on my balcony when I was on a 3-day trip. Oh, you should have just keep it with you, you know.
Staring into
I
my
came back and
eyes
the
is
black
ill-advised.
rosemary withered. Oh my
Promise
god.
you'll like what you see.
Gee. Okay. Enjoy her, and I'll also give you. No, you're gonna. I cannot hear Spotify that well. Enjoy just the presence of her. Okay, I'll be right back.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Oh, what you guys? This is what I need. Wait, let me see. What do you need? Oh, I cannot see it. Oh, yes, I'm over it. Grow a boyfriend? Yes, that's actually what you need. Welcome back, thank you. It's okay, it's understandable. Welcome back, thank you. We can continue now. Once I get my sunflowers, I'll be so happy.
Have you got some time to chat?
Sure. Although, I'm assuming
I had
by
one
chat,
sunflower
you have
that my
questions
grandma
for me?
put in the garden on the
I
island.
don't blame you. Anyone
I
else
will
would?
eat them all. I mean, they're edible, so only planting them so I can send on pigs. Thank you. Stop. Thank you for that. Looking at Rita's that. Hey, sunflowers cannot survive all year, okay? I wish they can, but they cannot. At least I think. I mean, it's too cold. They only survive on the warm weathers. So you get a lot of people asking you questions.
Not often. The Temple of Silence is a place of quiet and solitude. We don't get too many visitors.
That poor abandoned plant. Not me saying no to Kev's idea, but me eating literally through the 4 to 500 gram pack of sunflower seeds. Hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. Rita just driving away on her rusty bike that's barely holding together, never to see it again. Hey, I mean, if you guys... the thing is, no. I want to say, like, when I'm on the summer, I do the bicycle stream, but it's gonna be too many tourists, and it's insane. I mean, it's a win for Kevin, and we can try and find some hot tourists, but other than that, it's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be too sunny. Only a new bike? I don't have a new bike. That's my only one, and I love my rusty bike. It might have some rust because of the my house on the island is pretty close to the sea, so whenever there's like a big wind, the salt and the sea just comes over, and it gets rusty because of the salt, but it's okay. I'm not trusted bike by anyone. I have no mini. Open OnlyFans where you sell hand pics. I don't have a good attractive hands for that. It might have survived the first and the second, but I don't trust the third. Hey, you never know until you try it. You never know. Then you can buy a new bike. No, I love my bike. My bike is called Ponica, and it's like my favorite brand of my bike. It's absolutely gorgeous. And yeah. Read and butter pigs are from tomorrow. And pigs in the new era. Oh my god. You were the one who tricked Uraka, right? Do you know Cyno? Have you ever been to the academia? That's all I want to ask. Oh, I can ask him everything then, okay. Thing is, you were doing a whole circus act holding the camera on the one hand and the bike steer on the other. And I was doing it amazingly! You cannot deny that. I was really good at it. I haven't hurt myself, and you guys saw a little bit of nature on the island. I think it's like literally a victory. You were slaying, yeah. You see? Yes, but the bike will not hold it 30 years. Hey, I just need to pump a little bit of the wheels, right? And I think it's gonna be good to go. I also bought like a cushion for my bicycle because the current one, the seat was pretty hard on me. It's like, no, it was not that comfy. But I bought the cushion thing, so I was scared all the time, but it was cute. Like, put it out of the misery. It's already broke down midway last time. No! I don't wanna. I love my bike. I love my blue bike that I used to ride all the time when I was even younger. But yeah.
Yes, that was me. Although, tricked is a stretch. He was asking
need
everyone
a
in the
bike
tavern
fundraiser
about ways
stream.
to make some easy money.
I'm gonna ride a
He
bicycle
insisted that
on the
nothing was
stream
off the
for the
table,
fun to
even if it
fundraise for
broke
my
the
new
law.
bicycle.
So, I told him that Cyrus had
So
embezzled
people
a
can
large sum
see
of Mora
the
from the desert.
situation.
So you framed Cyrus for a crime that he did not commit?
No. That's not entirely true. Let me jog your memory. The letter just said that he had
I
uncovered
gotta
Cyrus's
give
secret.
250 more subs for the new
It
bike.
didn't say what secret that
fuck?
was.
Did you tell her to use that wording?
Of course. Uraka was a great accomplice, really.
Oh.
Very cooperative with a little bit of wine in him. Did exactly what he was told. And not much of an original thinker, though.
Oh.
It doesn't surprise me that he struggles academically.
Why did Cyrus leave for the desert
Hello
as soon
there.
as he received the letter?
You'll have to ask him that
Free
one
Alarkino,
yourself.
thanks so much for the follow.
Certain things
Thank
I
you for the
can't
free
answer for.
Alarkino.
I'm neither judging
Happy day,
nor defending
welcome,
him.
welcome.
All you need to know is that he recognized our emblem, and it was his own choice to take the bait.
Do you know Cyno?
What kind of question is that? He's the General Mahamatra. Everyone in Sumeru knows who he is.
Right, but back at the Oasis, you can't have known who he was for sure, or you wouldn't have asked him. So, what we're really asking is, have you never seen him in person before?
By the way,
I've lived in the
it's
desert
supposed to
my
bring
whole
good
life.
luck. Thank you very much.
Guess you could say
Thank you. I appreciate
I've
that.
never had the pleasure.
Ugh, why does Paimon
There's
feel
someone
like
selling
this
a
guy
bike for
not being
30
straight
euros in
with
Zagreb on
us?
Facebook Marketplace. Please, Kevin, there's no way you
We've only
actually
just
looked
met.
up.
If I give you all the answers up front, you'll have nothing left to look
There is
forward
no
to.
way you actually looked up the bicycles. Send me a link. Send me a link if I like the bike. Suspicious. They probably stole it. Well, I'll still take it. Come on, Facebook. Chop chop. Load. Bike selection. Oh my god, Facebook. Why is it not loading for me? Wait. Oh. I see. But they're ugly. They're ugly. I need my bicycle. My specific bicycle. Those auras so ugly. I don't need bicycles to bike around. I need the... Oh, this one is pretty. Ooh, 180. Ooh, that's why it's pretty. Okay, you think of getting a bike? I was AFK for a bit. No, they want me to get a bicycle. I want to ride my own old rusty one, but no one is trusting me with it. Prodajem muški MTB. Dobar šalje služiti od brzina 30, nije fiksna cijena zvati na brojmo. Wow. I actually cannot believe you actually googled. I can't. I'll look for it. I don't see any Ponica bike. I'll tell you which one. I'll send you. Oh, this is the exact one that I have, like the similar color. I'll send you in a Discord, because yeah, why not? Oof, that picture that you sent last time. I feel like it's gonna split. Hey, recipe to the Rocky Terrarians for years, and I'm not confident it's gonna hold for 30 years. And that's just wow. No, it's not gonna split in half. God damn it. Have you ever been to academia?
Nope. Not once.
Oh, wow.
Really?
I have no need to go there. Not when the taverns are full of the Urakas of this world. Besides, we're well aware of what goes on at that place.
Are you saying you have spies inside the city?
Spies? It's not as clandestine as that. The city gates are wide open. Anyone's free to walk in. You can find out all you need to know just by walking around town and hearing the word on the street.
Okay, that's all I want to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. He's like that meme with the, like, when you have a blue eye friend. He's just with the green eyes.
Ah, here he is.
Oh.
Grandfather, the person you wish to see is here.
Well done, Sethos. Greetings, one and all. I am Ba Moon, the current leader of the Temple of Silence.
Oh my.
I know why you are here, and I thank you for your patience. Bring him out.
Professor!
Professor, what
Cyrus,
the fuck
are
did
you
you do?
Watch what you're doing!
Oh, my apologies. We have no intention of causing you distress. But you must understand, Cyrus is of great importance to us. We had to find a way to bring him back to us. Cyrus owes me his life, and to the Temple of Silence, he owes a debt of gratitude. I let him go a long time ago, but now, the time has come to demand payment. I wanted to end my feud with this old bag of bones before you caught up with me.
They're
You got here so
suspicious, I
quickly.
agree, and you're one of them.
Just leave, Cyno. This is a matter between us two old men. You're all too young to get involved.
So that's why you didn't want to report the letter. You'd made up your mind to come here from the beginning. You
Yes, I'm
only
the
left in
boss.
such
No,
a
you're the
hurry to
bitch.
try and throw us off your trail.
Some things in life catch up with you. No matter what you do, you shouldn't have come. That alone brought the others.
Cyno didn't make us do anything. We came here for the same reason he did. To rescue you. We'd appreciate you telling us the truth. Otherwise, it seems a little unfair on everyone who had to stay behind.
My secrets are secret for good reason. Bringing them to light can only lead to misfortune. You're afraid, aren't you? You can't bring yourself to speak of your past deeds to the students you nurtured
What are your
as if they
plans?
were your own children. You recognized our emblem because for many years you lived among us. Indeed, you all but became one of us.
No, damn.
You knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you know what you did. Your own guilt convicted you. For you, Cyrus, are a traitor.
Oof.
You once shared your learning with us, and joined us in our mission to
Among
revive
Us.
the might of Hermanubis, to bring new hope, new opportunity. But then you betrayed us. You bargained for your independence with your past contributions. And then you left, taking with you Hermanubis' might and the wielder of his power. We both know what I said to you that day. That as the leader, I grant you permission to leave, but that one day, the sands of time will catch up with you. And when that day comes, you must pay the price you owe. You really know how to hold a grudge.
Hermanubis' might? And the wielder of his power?
Does he mean you?
Interesting.
Professor, anything to say?
The moon is right. I came here once before. He rescued me from the brink of death once, many years ago in the desert. When he learned that I was a scholar, he invited me to come here and revive the might of Hermanubis together. It was a great, daring plan, and one shrouded in secrecy. The Temple of Silence had been bereft of Hermanubis for too long. The strength of its faith and its warriors were waning. Bamoon proposed that we implant bar fragments, shards of Hermanubis, into the bodies of suitable vessels. If the experiment was successful, the spirit of Hermanubis would then dwell within the vessel. Many believers volunteered themselves for the experiment. But we soon discovered that the bodies of grown adults could not withstand Hermanubis' power. In the end, Bamoon offered his own adoptive grandson. One other child was identified as a suitable vessel, and his parents agreed to release him into our custody in exchange for a small fortune. These two children were our only hope for hosting Hermanubis' power.
For many years, the Temple of Silence had been in possession of 2 Ba fragments from Hermanubis. As remnants of his raw power, they were exceedingly rare treasures. The test subjects were sent into a room that had been prepared for the ceremony, and instructed to approach the Ba fragments, whose power had been amplified. If, after some time, this power did not repel them, this would mean that they were suitable vessels. The original plan was for a 3-stage experiment: resonance, implantation, and recovery and observation. The resonance stage went quite smoothly for both candidates. As the 2nd stage began, I realized a decision had to be made. Should we implant the fragments one at a time? This would allow us to monitor the results after the first round and adjust our plan accordingly. Or alternatively, we could implant each fragment in a different vessel at the same time and compare their effects. But as I was deliberating, both Ba fragments suddenly became active. They glowed with a light we had never seen before. I knew that if they were not implanted right away, they would disintegrate and be gone from the world for good. Our 2 vessels had both displayed great promise by successfully resonating with the fragments. Under the circumstances, the thought of implanting both fragments into the same vessel seemed out of the question. To preserve our faith and our power, we implanted each of them with a single fragment.
Ultimately, I ended the experiment and left, taking one of the children with me.
In recognition of your past contributions, I chose not to send someone to hunt down and kill you both. Your lives were spared, but I have paid a great price for your betrayal ever since. I have always wanted to see you, Cyno. Losing you and your Ba fragment dealt us a devastating blow. We've been in decline ever since you left.
I see. So that's how I gained my power.
Look, in essence, I borrowed your Ba fragment for a decade or so. And now you are
Cyno is
seeking
so special.
justice. If you want to take my life, then so be it. I'm an old man now anyway. But you cannot lift a finger against Cyno. He is the General Mahamatra. Your actions would be seen as a declaration of war against the Academia.
I'm sure you don't remember anymore, dear Cyno, but you've met us all before. You were so young then, when we all gathered around and celebrated the revival of our Lord. You and he, Sethos, you were our final hope.
You'd like me to return my power?
As a follower of Hermanubis, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long. Now, it is time to reclaim it.
Oh.
That power is not yours to reclaim. Cyno was chosen by the gods. You cannot take what they have bestowed.
You are wrong. Cyno was chosen, but he was not the only one. My child, Sethos, has the same gift as he.
So those are your terms for freeing the professor?
Despise me all you want. My sins are my own. The Temple of Silence is an innocent party.
It is because of my foolishness all those years ago that the temple's glory has waned. And now I must take responsibility for the decision I made back then.
So what you're saying is, the power of one Ba fragment is not enough? You're asking me to return the one in my possession, so it can be implanted in him instead?
Divine power causes great suffering to those who wield it. How do you know that Sethos would be able to withstand it?
He is no longer a small child. But regardless, this burden is ours to bear, and your objections mean little given that you turned your back on us long ago.
Both my heart and mind are telling me that what you are proposing is a terrible idea. However...
Don't listen to him, Cyno. That power is no more yours to give than it is his to take. You have to understand.
I know. But if this is a question of your freedom versus a fragment of power, then... there is nothing to debate.
Sorry to interrupt, but in my view, there are a number of contentions here that still need addressing. Say that Cyno refuses to return his power, and you also refuse to release Cyrus. Then, we are at an impasse. I find it hard to believe that you went to all this effort without planning for that possibility. You're trying to gauge where we stand while keeping your remaining cards close to your chest. Well, my stance is, put the rest of your cards on the table. Then we can have a discussion.
Wait, those ears... So, we have a descendant of the Valukashuna in our midst. Splendid! Fate smiles upon us after all. Everything we have longed for, Hermanubis
He haven't
will
listened
provide.
anything that Tanari said.
This very day.
He ignored everything and focused on the ears. That's a Yuli behavior. You're getting Tainari? Damn, the timing.
Why is he coughing so much? He looks like he's in really bad shape.
But when condition is critical, he must have been forcing himself to act strong. His eyesight must be failing him too, otherwise he wouldn't have noticed Tainari's ears right away. Yeah. It was like...
Moon, you...
He skipped 100% of
Take
what
our leader
Tainari
back to
said.
his room.
Literally just went, oh my god, ears. Yeah.
Sethos, you must...
Grandfather, I know what you wish to say. Leave this in my hands. I don't like to drag out conversations, so I'll just cut to the chase. Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago, the plan would most likely have been a success. The wisdom of Hermanubis would have been ours. Still, it's no use talking about what-ifs. We cannot change the past. I'm not like my grandfather. The Temple of Silence has a grand legacy and a sacred duty to fulfill. So it's somewhat inevitable for the leader to have an inflated sense of self. But I see things a little differently. I don't believe the temple has the same stature that it once did. Time has worn away at its prestige and changed things almost beyond recognition. So I'm not going to force your hand. You're all free to leave. Except for Cyrus. My grandfather gave him his chance once. And now I'm giving the rest of you yours.
You have courage and wise judgment, kid. Reminds me a lot of Bamoon in his younger years. I truly wish that the temple would take an objective look at the academia of today. You've been to the city yourself. I'm sure you've seen that much has changed for the better. And things will only continue to improve. Why not consider cooperating with the academia once more?
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather, I might well be open to persuasion. But it's a bit too late for that now, Cyrus.
Tainari made a good point earlier. He said there has to be more to your plan than this, and I agree. All you and Ba Moon are after is the Ba fragment. The professor will accept whatever fate you deem fit for him out of a sense of guilt. I am the one who has a choice to make. And that's how it was always going to be. Ultimately, you want to trade the Ba fragment for the professor, correct?
I'm glad to see you're giving it some serious consideration.
I won't forsake my professor. Nor do I intend to run from a problem that I must face sooner or later. Give me one night to make my decision.
That works. Then I'll be waiting to hear your verdict, Cyno. Oh, my grandfather still has a fair few things he wants to say to Cyrus, so I'll be escorting him back now.
Damn.
Are you sure about negotiating with him?
Yeah.
I need to think this through. Everyone, let's meet again later tonight. Until then, take some time for yourself.
Alright, well, don't put too much pressure on yourself, Cyno. If you need any help working things out, just come and find us.
I'm actually interested in what's gonna happen. Really, really nice. Wait until nighttime. Let's do this. Is it this nighttime that I mean, or the next? They say nighttime, so I assume this is gonna be the nighttime. Please let's meet them in. Hell yeah. The group gathers again at the agreed time.
I've taken some time to reflect on this. If I had to guess, Professor Cyrus came to the desert knowing that he would almost certainly never return. He's a stubborn man who tends to double down when he feels strongly about something. We won't get anywhere trying to convince him to escape.
I agree.
Luffy can smash.
My
Hello,
master
welcome to the
Nephis
stream.
says the same thing.
Hello.
Once Cyrus makes up his mind about something, he won't listen to reason.
So that's one thing. A few other things come to mind too. You've heard all you need to hear about the Temple of Silence. So on that, I don't have anything to add. My own memories of this place are hazy though. Probably something to do with the overpowering presence of the Ba fragments. That might explain why I suffered from constant headaches and fevers as a child. I do remember having some fleeting moments of profound emotion when vague images would appear in my mind. But I don't recall much, only bits and pieces. I was still young then, and all I could understand was that there was a strong will inside my mind. Thinking back on it now, I suppose it was Hermanubis' way of trying to encourage me, even if we couldn't communicate. The power that came to inhabit my spirit was probably one of the cornerstones of their whole faith. So if the will and might of Hermanubis is a real, intangible thing, and they are its rightful worshippers, then...
You're not gonna give in to their demands, are you?
Ellie.
Surely there has to be another
0817,
way.
thanks so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Hi. We are currently playing the second Cyno story quest. So yeah. So that's why his kid is skunky. His power is split in half. Exactly. He doesn't have fully. Don't make any rash decisions, Cyno.
No. I have no intention of returning it. I need this power to protect Sumeru.
Period.
But the temple has the right to make the final decision over its fate, since it belongs to one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. So I will challenge them head on. And win the right to wield this power for myself. Fair and square.
This reminds me of something Alhaitham mentioned to me just before we left. He said that the Temple of Silence was originally founded by the
Luffy,
ruling
thank you so
elite
much
of the
for the
day.
follow. Officially welcome to
Traditionally,
my stream.
such
Cyno is still
organizations are
strong. He
bound by a
is,
strict and
definitely.
ancient code of nobility. Kaveh has made similar observations about the desert tribes from his work trips there. He says many of them have their own internal rules. They talk about the importance of never dishonoring their tribal bonds, or the rules laid down by their ancestors. I think we could turn that to our advantage. Go back to them with a proposal of our own.
Wow, and just like that, we've turned the tables on them.
Looks like we have the same idea. Turn it back on them now while we still can, in terms that they cannot refuse. That's how we win this.
That sounds good to me.
Great. And I know just how to start the conversation. Let's go find Sethos. We'll tell him that I know a thing or two about medicine and would like to take a look at his grandfather's condition. Hello there.
Oh. Shiny Jin, I would say. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong if I'm pronouncing it. But welcome. Hi, welcome to the stream. Where is he? Ugh. Okay, I'll just run. There's no teleport points here. Where is he? Sethos.
Sethos, let's talk.
You look
Have you
kind
made
of
up your
similar to
mind?
someone I know.
We'll get to that, but first, I have some degree of medical training, so I was wondering if you might let me take a look at your grandfather?
I have no objections, although we do have our own doctors here. I doubt you'll be able to tell us anything we don't already know.
Only one way to find out.
Follow me. Keep your voices down. We don't want to disturb him.
Tenari takes out his medical kit and performs a basic medical exam on Bowman.
Let's talk outside. Bamoon has fallen into a deep coma,
Not me
and
calling him
his
Bowman.
prognosis is quite
Bamoon.
grave. I'm sure that your physicians have come to the same conclusion. He appears to have sustained a serious injury in his youth, which has been exacerbated over the years by the heavy burden of work and now by the effects of old age. Regretfully, I must inform you that, based on what I've seen with patients in a similar condition, he doesn't have long left.
Oof.
A few days at most.
Oof.
Yeah. I've known for a long time.
And
You're
I
his heir, aren't
really
you?
just went,
You
okay,
clearly
so
have a
he's
lot of
about to
respect
die.
for the man.
Oh
But you
no.
also see things
Oof.
differently. You have a broader range of concerns and a more pragmatic approach. So tell me how we can end this on your terms. Let's find a way to bring all this to a resolution while Bamoon is still alive to see it. That's what really matters to you. I know it.
Yeah, there's no time to waste here. You know that better than anyone.
You know, the two of you are actually in a very similar predicament right now. Both of you have a very different perspective from the men who raised you.
Right. And you didn't create this situation. They did, but somehow you've ended up having to make the tough decisions.
You're right. We both look at this problem very differently than the people we inherited it from. I accept, Cyno. This all began because of Hermanubis, so let's end it with the rite he himself created. Legend has it that when Hermanubis first arrived in Tuletula, he sparred with the city's residents. He and his two companions proved their mettle by fighting over several days, winning the support of many fine people. That group of supporters were some of the first members of the Temple of Silence, and the sparring matches were enshrined as one of our founding rites, the rite of duels. It's where it all began.
Sounds very fitting.
TCG duel.
I'm in.
As a fellow vessel of Hermanubis, your ties to the Temple of Silence run deep. So I will permit you to participate in this rite, along with your chosen companions.
Oh.
3 against 3. Sounds good.
However, I have some additional terms. As the challengers, you must win all 3 of your fights to win. And Cyno, both of us must put our Ba fragment on the line. The winner takes them both. Letting Cyrus leave with one of the Ba fragments was a mistake, made by my grandfather out of pity. It is a long-standing issue that must be addressed for the Temple of Silence to move forward. I can make no concessions on that front.
None needed. we're on the same page. If I win, the Temple of Silence must release Cyrus, and consider this past dispute resolved. If you win, I'll return my power to you.
It's a deal. Then let's meet at the ceremonial hall tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock.
It's happening.
Well, after how that went, there's definitely no turning back now.
There never was. Turning back hasn't been an option for me since the moment the professor slipped away to return to the desert.
You have to win. You need this power, both as General Mahamatra and for yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Besides, it stayed with you ever since you were a small child. Surely that's a sign it thinks of you as its rightful owner.
Both as General Mahamatra and for myself. Yeah, when you put it that way, I've had to overcome a lot to tame this power and claim it for myself. Not everyone could have done that.
Never turning back, never letting down. Let's not get the sidetrack. We gotta focus on winning. We'll help you see this through. We'll help.
The Traveler and I will never lose.
Period.
And neither shall I.
Never back down, never what?
The desert was home to an ancient and great civilization that, for a variety of reasons, fell out with the civilization of the rainforest. It's just as Dia said. Prejudice has pushed people apart. But there must be personal factors at work here too. I can't shake the feeling that Bamun cares for many more things than he lets on. And I don't think that Sethos is any kind of villain. He's just doing what he thinks is best. Tomorrow, everything will be resolved.
Tomorrow. It's happening. Can I do this? No, it's from 0. I forgot. I already forgot. I forgot which hours. Is it next morning? Let's see. Yeah. Oh, between 8 and... okay. Oh god. He said exactly at 8. I wanna be precise. There we go. There it is.
We gather on this day to perform once more the rite of duels, with the greatest of all sages, Lord Hermanubis, as our witness, for his power and authority is present in our midst. This is our most sacred of ceremonies, and no disruption from the audience shall be tolerated. It is incumbent upon all to observe the duel with the utmost respect and reverence throughout the proceedings. Representing the Temple of Silence, the Defenders.
Grandfather, you're here.
A rite of duels after all these years. I am surprised by your decision, Sethos.
I know what I'm doing, Grandfather. Just leave it to me.
Representing the Academia, the Challengers.
Hell yeah.
Ready. We will fight to have our voices heard.
Warriors, take your positions and decide on the order of battle. We come not to debate what brings our challengers here, nor what will become of the defeated duelists. Duelists, the might of Herman Nubis himself is at stake here. Now, fight. Fight until the rightful victor is proclaimed.
I'll go first.
Huh? Are you sure?
I'm sure. We want to keep our morale up.
I agree. He's very strong. Sending him out first will definitely
Stop,
intimidate
I'm
the
very
opposing
strong.
side.
Okay, then you're second.
Sure.
We have decided.
So have we. Let's begin.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fight.
Duelists of the first bout, please step forward.
Leave it to me.
Don't forget, safety first! Hey, you there! You better play nice with him or Paimon will make you regret it!
Little bit too much chatter from the audience over there.
Hey!
I'm just trying to get them some blooms.
Propagate! Scatter!
Wow.
A swift end to the first bout. I now invite the duelists of the second bout to please step forward.
Yes.
When you're both ready, you may begin.
Let's begin.
Watch out!
Oh my god! That's so cool.
He drank plenty of water before the bout, so he should be fine.
I was not expecting to play him, to be honest. I don't know why. This is why you need Cyno. Am I gonna play
Thus
Cyno too?
ends the second bout. We will now move to the third bout. Duelists, please step forward.
I'm ready.
So am I.
This is the final stage of the rite. I remind you both that the terms you agreed upon in advance are binding. When you're both ready, you may begin.
I am Sethos, vessel of Hermanubis, grandson of Bamoon, the leader of the Temple of Silence. For many years, we have kept our covenant with Lord Hermanubis by guarding the secrets of King Deshret. And even in our darkest hour, when we could not see a way forward, we chose not to abandon hope, but to embark on a brave new experiment so that we might prevail. We earnestly sought Lord Hermanubis' wisdom and power, longing to see his spirit and his light descend upon us. Now, I will fight to become the rightful wielder of that power!
I am Cyno, General Mahamatra of the Academia, student and successor of Cyrus, the Sage of Spontamod. I fight in defense of my power, my professor, and my nation. And you. I think you left some things unsaid. This is a sacred duel, and Hermanubis is watching. So bare your soul.
Everyone, old and young, fit and frail, they're all waiting to see how this duel will end. My grandfather is a wise leader. He is also known to be a ruler who is not afraid to get blood on his hands. I understand his beliefs well, and I know what he expects of me. But our faith has held us back for too long. After I grew up, I went to the rainforest once, and I saw for myself the people of the city. Times have changed. The people of Sumeru are happier and more free now than in the past. I thought about this as I stood at one of the tallest points in the city, gazing down at the streets below. Then I thought of you, Cyno. You and I both wield the same power. But the lives we lead could not be more different. Each Ba fragment of Hermanubis stands for something different. Might, glory, or one of many other secrets that have yet to be revealed. I once thought that the nature of our fragments must be what makes us so different from one another. But maybe it's that you've found
Too much,
your
yeah.
answer.
Fights, yeah.
And I am
They're
still
so
searching
like
for mine.
they're dramatic.
I
so-
am more than just a warrior. I am my own person.
Exactly.
The name Hermanubis has
Fight,
left
fight,
its mark
fight.
on both of us. Shaped the course of our lives.
I want them to
We
fight so I can pull
are
for
his
Yinlin.
And yet we are more besides. So show me your answer, Cyno. Show me I can be more than my faith. More than the power I wield. Show me the person I can become! Bring it on!
There it is, oh my god, it's a cutscene!
That's all you've got? What happened is searching for your answer.
I was really thinking he was gonna. I mean.
Fight's over. Do you yield?
You won.
Aww.
Well
That
then,
was so cool.
looks like you found your answer.
Hello there.
Hello there.
I give his glory to you.
I've seen that light. That is the light of our Lord, the great Hermanubis, priest over all other priests. His spirit dwells within that lightning, and his will lives on. Once a warrior of Tynar, he emerged from the barren desert sands to serve the god king Al-Ahmar. After the death of the god king, Hermanubis gathered his followers and the Tynarian priests and led them to the city of Tule-Tula. There, they founded the Temple of Silence, and from that day forth, we became stewards of all knowledge that survived from King Deshret's civilization. Barely a century passed before war ravaged the desert. One by one, Eremite leaders took up arms against each other in battles that would devour what little remained of their civilization. Only the wise city of Tule was spared under the guiding hand of the Tainarians. But peace did not last. Coveting the knowledge of King Deshret, the beasts set their eyes on Tule. The king of Gurabad laid siege to the city and ordered the sages to surrender to him the Temple of Silence as proof of his victory. The ruling elite colluded with their oppressors, betraying the temple so as to hold on to their rule over the city. They declared that the knowledge guarded by the temple was the true cause of corruption. These were dark days, and we faced enemies on all sides. Our lord had long since exhausted his strength, keeping the forbidden knowledge introduced by King Deshret at bay. To ensure the temple's continued survival, he broke his being into many pieces and began the ceremony of Hermanubis' legacy, bestowing his power upon his mortal followers. With this power, the temple was able to defeat the tyrant's army. Yet, we were not hailed as heroes. Strange and unfamiliar as this power was, it struck fear into the people's hearts and drove them to reject us. In the end, the people of the temple and the Tule Tainarians left the city for good and made their way to the rainforest. What followed next was inevitable. The elite of Tule fell and were decimated. War engulfed the desert. And we wandered from place to place, always in hiding, all the while keeping close watch over our secrets and staying true to our mission. Betrayal forced us out of the desert and into the forest. Then mistrust drove us from the forest into the desert once more. We have lived in exile for far, far too long. Yet, today, the Temple of Silence has borne witness to the glory of Hermanubis once more. Thank you.
That was... wow. That was like a whole ass cutscene. I was not expecting such a long cutscene at all. That was so good. And two different types of cutscenes.
Do you feel okay?
But wait. Before I continue. Future wife, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry, I was like, it was like a full cutscene, so I couldn't like properly say hello. But I hope you're doing well. I am doing well. It's been a really productive day. I got chloride accidentally, and then Sados, so I'm really happy. And yeah, I'm gonna do the Wuthering Waves. I'm gonna wish for Yinlin after this, and do her story. Cause like, well, she's hot. And that's all. I'll give it a try. Yes, we play in EU. Yeah, we are the EU users. Right. Yeah. They gave a lot. They gave a lot. I'm happy for that. They should do that all the time. Wuva. There's like 30 more minutes to this though. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's continue. It's okay, I'm happy to see someone actually paying attention to the story. Yeah, I'm always interested. This was really good. I am... Oh, this was a peak of the story quest. And thanks for the welcome, of course. Good to see you and good to have you here.
Grandfather,
you, Zeros, and the other members of the temple bid farewell to. In the Grey Hall, people gather around to Gotham to pay respects.
Hey, Sethos. You'll get through this.
I know.
No.
I'll miss him.
I am so sorry for your loss.
I guess you were prepared for this. It's been a long time coming, huh?
Yeah, he's been on death's door for a very long time now. I think it was only through sheer willpower that he managed to hold on to this point. At least, he was able to see this chapter come to a close before he passed.
What's next for you?
Per my grandfather's last wishes, the Temple of Silence should submit to whoever possesses the largest number of Hermanupis fragments. That entitles you to be our new leader, Cyno.
But that's never going to work, as I'm sure you realize.
Yeah.
I'm the General Mahamatra. I am needed back at the Academia. I did foresee this possibility, and I gave it some thought. The fact is, I know next to nothing about the staff, records, and environment here. As such, I am ill-suited to be your leader, Sethos. I believe the honor should go to you. Were it not for this duel, or indeed if you had other intentions, the Ba fragments would most likely be in your hands by now. I'm sure Bamoon never meant for anyone but you to be his successor.
You really think so?
I do.
Still, I didn't think Bamoon looked very surprised by the final result. Perhaps he had an inkling that this would be the way things end.
Well, in any case, since the Ba fragments are with me now, I guess I can call the shots. Sethos, I would like you to succeed Bamoon as the new leader of the Temple of Silence. You are more suited to the role than I, and I have complete faith that you will be an excellent leader. Just think of it as doing me a favor.
But doesn't that render everything that we've been through up to now meaningless?
No, it doesn't. This experience has allowed us to become friends, which means that the Academia and the Temple of Silence will become partners once more. That's a much bigger deal than you might think, Sethos. You said yourself, times have changed. You have to believe that things can change for the better here at the Temple too.
I will try. To be honest, I couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
Actually,
Oh my god, you got
part
Zeros!
of me wonders whether Bamoon's intentions from the very beginning was just to create enough pressure to force us towards a duel.
What
That
a good
way,
timings.
no matter who won, one of us would have to surrender our Ba fragment, and the power of Hermanubis would be concentrated in one single person. Had you won, the Temple of Silence would have doubled its strength. And were I to win, he correctly anticipated that I wouldn't suddenly drop everything to become the leader of the temple, much less integrate the temple into the Academia by force. He knew that the temple's future would depend not just on the guidance of Hermanubis, but the support of the Academia too. So he made it his responsibility to ensure his successor would be free
there's
from
like
the
a 5
burdens of the
seconds,
past.
like a
His
break
plan meant
between
that
the wishing,
whoever
so
ended up
you can try
succeeding
again.
him, they would have an
If it
easier
didn't
time
work.
interacting with the Academia. With one single letter, he lured out the professor. No matter what happened after that, it would result in a net benefit to the temple.
And here I thought the General Mahamatra wouldn't care for all these trivial details. You're absolutely right. Grandfather and I considered this from every angle. We had to find a way to mend our relationship with the Academia. In that sense, the right of duels was just a means to an end. Thank you for everything, Cyno. As a gesture of our gratitude, to those that you and Lesser Lord Kusanali deem worthy, I will grant the honor of access to the Temple of Silence for their pursuit of knowledge. The Temple of Silence has a wealth of information on King Deshret's civilization, more than any other organization in existence today. In times when you need information that only we can provide, we will be here to support you. But you must be exceedingly careful with your selection of candidates, lest you lead humanity to repeat the same mistakes. By the way, Tainari, my grandfather was so happy to see you.
No.
You are a descendant of the Veluca Shuna, and we are the heirs to the will of Hermanubis. The story goes that King Deshret chose the sage Hermanubis from among the Tainarians and appointed him as his familiar. He went on to fight many valiant battles with his Tainarian companions. They always stood by each other, from the founding of the Temple of Silence to the fall of Tuletula. The Tainarians who left Tuletula joined their human counterparts in the rainforest. A few centuries later, when some of the group returned to the desert, many of the Tainarians chose to stay and put down roots in the rainforest. In all likelihood, those were your ancestors.
How fascinating. My father once mentioned that I was named after the Tainarians, but I never knew that my forebears had such a history with the Temple of Silence.
He was so meant to be with
I
Cyno.
like this story.
By the way, has anyone seen Cyrus?
Yes, Cyrus. You'll probably find him in my grandfather's room. He wouldn't show it in front of me, but I think he still has many fond memories of my grandfather.
If it's true that you and your grandfather really planned for everything to turn out this way, then I guess he didn't really resent Cyrus as much as he appeared to.
Who knows? Perhaps all of us. You, me, and Cyrus. We're all just pawns in my grandfather's plan to set things straight. He was awful like that.
Someone's got to make the decisions when history is at a crossroads. I will make a detailed report on all of this to Lesser Lord Kusanali, and arrange for an official delegation from the Academia to come and meet you in the desert. I'm sure you'll have lots to attend to in the days ahead. But once things return to normal, please come and visit the rainforest again. You should stay for a few days this time, and start to build some relationships. If we're going to work together, both sides have to get to know one another better.
I will.
No.
All right. Well, bye for now, everyone. I'll be seeing you.
See you soon. Come hang out with us anytime.
Best of luck to you, Seros. Aw. That was really, really nice. Oh, this way we also have Discord. Yeah! Welcome to my Discord. Where are we going? Oh, okay. Can I just... Yeah, cannot. Oh, no. I know how to get there, it's okay. It's okay. Everything is good. Everything is... I will go... Time to get lost. Nah, I'm gonna be smart about this. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go this way. This time, I am using my brain cells. I am not gonna get lost once again in this whole ass tree. I'm getting smarter. How long have you been streaming, by the way? Oh, you mean like generally? That's a good question. I think it's been 3 years.
What were you thinking, gallivanting off into the desert alone at your age? What if you take the bucket,
Yeah, 3 years.
You told not a soul what you were up to.
But today I've been streaming for
nobody to handle
3
your
hours
affairs,
and
left
42
everyone
minutes.
scrambling frantically to try and figure out how on earth to clean up the colossal mess you'd made.
Okay. Okay. She didn't climb the tree again. An improvement, you see? Gosh. I am intellectual. Oh, that's great. Good job. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, please, will you stop your yelling? What other choice did I have?
What do you mean, what other choice? Do you mean to tell me that after all your years of learning, and sagehood no less, the only idea you could conjure up in that white-haired walnut of yours was to shoot off into the unknown like some hot-headed 20-year-old adventurer? A one-man suicide mission, That's the best idea that one of the finest minds of a generation could come up with, is it? It astounds me that you survived the journey, and you're lucky that Ba Moon didn't finish you off when you arrived.
All right, all right. Honestly, the way you're going off on me, it's like you wish you'd been there to lend him a hand. Does it mean nothing to you that I'm your colleague and former classmate?
I've got nothing more to say. What's the point of berating an old bag of bones?
What do you mean, bag of bones? I'm a flesh and blood hero who, despite his old age, saved our General Mahamatra from being stripped of his powers. Okay, look. Fine, I admit it, I was in the wrong. How can I make it up to you? What about, a month's work at the academia?
1 month? Try 3.
Tighnari's master is really laying into Cyrus. Let's give them a wide berth.
Yeah, we're too young to get involved.
Professor brought this on himself. Don't pay any attention to him.
Wow, I haven't seen Master get this riled up in a long time. The last time he chewed someone out like this must have been back when I was still a student.
I think I'll go around and update everyone. Tell them the situation's resolved. Want to come with me?
Yes, let's see.
We can go for dinner afterwards.
Are we gonna see the gays
My
again?
treat. You in?
Makes sense. I'm in.
Free food is free food. Always happy to feel. I'll be doing this.
Paimon's coming too! Let's go!
It's a Paimon's thing to say, not me. Okay, why is the music in... Yeah! In Wuthering Waves, the music, especially like the intro music, it's so good. Oh my god, it's Faruzan too. Damn, it's been...
Something with which to...
Hey, Kale.
You're
Kale.
Well, look who we have here. Would you mind explaining to me what
Did
has
you
been
never
going
get the
on the
chance? I don't know
past few
what
days?
chance.
I heard you all ran off into the desert and got embroiled in a major catastrophe.
Look, it's Farzan.
All taken
We
care
haven't seen her
That does
in a
not
while.
answer my question. How could you be so careless? That goes for you as well. Yes, and you too. When you run into problems, you really ought to ask for help, you know? I've been around the block. Don't you think it would make sense to involve me? And let's not forget, I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Now would not be a good time to attempt to argue with Farazan.
You're right.
Farzan to them is Victoria right now.
It's not the first time that I've had to talk to you about this sort of thing either. You need to learn that there are times when the right thing to do is get a more experienced member of staff involved. Do I make myself clear? Because if you don't,
Kale, please do something.
He's giving me the signal. All right, guess it's time to play my ace in the hole. Say, Madam Farazan, I can see you're pretty upset, but, I was just wondering, remember that time you offered to give me a tour of the academia? Does that offer still stand? Huh? Wait, did I hear that right? Kale, you remember? Wonderful. Well, of course the offer still stands. Come on. Madam Farazan will show you around the old classrooms.
Amazing, amazing.
Poor Kale getting dragged off like that. Also, check out Farazan acting like some sort of official academia tour guide.
Kale! Cup.
Huh? What? Oh, right! What do you mean, cup? You need a cup. I can get you a cup. Oh, it's nothing. Just Master's way of reminding me to stay hydrated while I'm out and about.
It's code for let's reconvene at the cafe. Tighnari and I used it while we were in school, and it's become something of a family tradition now.
They said they were family.
2 people left. Let's bring them along too.
I'm okay. I'm sorry. I just love when they confirm that they are actually family. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it. It's canonically proven. I'm okay. Oh, This might be like one of the best story quests that I've been playing in a while. Oh my god. Oh. Let me see Kava and I'll hate him. I need them back. I need them back. I need those fighting gays. You are gays now. Congrats. It actually has it all, literally. Weak. I am weak. I am weak. The whole story quest absorbed my gayness today. And I am not minding it at all. Oh my god.
Am I hallucinating? Or do I see Kaveh and Alhaitham engaged in diligent studying?
We're just reorganizing all the books we used. Look, there's a whole mountain of them.
There's no rush. Nobody reads these books anyway.
My sincere thanks to you both.
Yes, with your help, we resolved the issue rather swiftly and painlessly. And the outcome was better than we could have hoped for.
Cyno informs Alhaitham and Kaveh everything that happened in the desert.
I see. The Temple of Silence resorted to rather unique means of self-preservation. It explains how they managed to remain hidden for so many years.
And it sounds like they managed to preserve a whole load of ancient documents as well. I'd love to go check those out if I ever had the chance.
That day will come. The Temple of Silence is a hugely important organization.
I want
and
to
we'll be sure to maintain good relations with them in the future. Now, as a token of my appreciation,
he'll be lost
I'd
if
like to treat everyone to coffee.
Books, oh yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds great.
Oh my god.
Although, after the last few days, I don't know if I can handle another coffee. But I can just order something else.
Sure. Let's go.
I can't. I genuinely cannot do this. I am... I'm feeling homophobic. I want Dory in the Temple of Silence permanently. Ugh. I'm running... Ugh, it's so close there. But okay. If you say it's I'm scared to visit Katrin. Please, Kava, no! Why did you clip that? No. Oh. Oh no.
And then the traveler just pounced on their opponent.
She said I never have a proof, so god damn it.
Then there was Tainari. He put up an amazing fight too. We
Not
ended
fair.
up winning all 3 bouts. Whoa. Part of me wishes I'd been there to see it, but I'd have been biting my nails off worrying
They're
about you
sitting
guys.
together. They cannot live
A
without
truly
each other.
edifying
They
account
literally
of
cannot live
events.
without each other. They
Bereft
need
of
to stand
detail,
next to each other because
but
like
it
they
has
cannot. They're
livened
like
up the
a.
room all the
They're
same.
like a one.
Hey,
Oh my god.
included all the juicy details. The traveler just pounced and then waved
I'm
their
okay.
sword like this, then spun around and blocked.
Despite winning
Let's see,
3
Merrick.
bouts in a row, you still ceded the position of leader to him. That's very dignified of you, Cyno.
Of course.
It's even Cyno and
Being
Tainari. Yeah.
dignified comes with being a true champion.
I got to be a champion too for once. I've not sparred much with desert folk before. It was a pretty unique experience.
The venue was pretty impressive too. A very ceremonial affair.
Yeah, huge place. It felt like something right out of an epic poem. Imagine this. It was like there was...
Maybe save that one for later, Paimon. Dessert's here.
Everyone enjoys each other's company, and the General Mahamatra's generosity, the shockwaves left by the Temple
I
of
think that'll
Silence.
do me for today.
Shall we stop off at the House of Dana again before heading home? We should probably finish putting all those books back.
My thoughts exactly. See you around.
I'm okay. I'm okay, guys.
I should get going as well. See you all later. Make sure you get some good rest tonight.
I'm okay. Okay.
I need to go
Okay.
say thanks to the Core 30 for their help. Also, Sir Nephis says he wanted to introduce me to some of the Academia's work processes. So, I gotta dash too.
Bye-bye, Quale.
Kale's come a long way. She's much more confident at dealing with other people these days.
Everyone's a work in progress. You never stop learning.
Yeah, true.
Because they live together, yeah. No, like... I cannot. I actually cannot. Like, it's... It's sickening how gay this whole thing is. Like, it's sickening.
That was good. It feels like everything's finally wrapped up now. Life is all about these moments when you can finally relax and hang out with good friends after a job
give
well
kind of
done.
closure about
And
his
also,
father.
those desserts Cyno got, they were really good. Paimon definitely needs more of those in the future.
Then let's come back again sometime.
Do you three have anything planned for the rest of the day? If not, would you come somewhere with me?
Oh, sure. Where are we going?
That's a secret for now.
Oh.
Wouldn't want to spoil the surprise.
Okay. I think I can guess what you're talking about. It'll definitely be a nice surprise.
Well, now Paimon's curious. Come on, let's go.
Let's go. He literally solved his dad issues, but mommy should stay. Well, you can't win all of it. Where is... Oh, it's there. Next, that's for next to my repent. Oh. Oh.
Been a while since I last made my way up here.
Wow, look at this place! We're so high up!
Need any help?
Don't underestimate me. I'm actually a tree climbing champion.
As you wish.
The theory about Emily being Kave's mom.
That's
Please.
a nice spot, isn't it?
What a great view! We're so high up, we can see for miles!
Traveler.
I want her skin routine then. I want to know the secret. Yeah.
Turn around.
Oh, it's so pretty. It's beautiful.
This is my secret base. Somewhere I only bring my best friends.
Oh.
When I was a student, I used to slip away and climb up here all the time, just to clear my head. I was quite young then, and hadn't made too many friends yet. Back then, I had a lot of the same questions that Sethos was asking. Who am I? Why do I have this power? And what should I be fighting for? Our gifts help us
I mean,
to find
did you
our
not
rightful
remember
place
the
in the
Wuba
world.
grandma? Oh my god, so real.
That was my experience. And I'm sure Sethos will figure things out in his own time, too.
Jesus, I hope it. As long as Herman, I cannot say it. You will remain inextricably. I'll not speak anymore.
You two really are like brothers.
I feel the same way.
So wait, if I am a female traveler, right? If I am Lumine, does Daenerys says that we are the really close siblings? Or sisters? You know too much, don't let them know you know. Oh, he meant Zetos. Oh, I thought he was talking about us. Oh. Well, I guess we are just friends. Oh, you're close bros. Bro just knows. You're tough cookies, Cyno.
Of course.
You're one tough cookie.
I see no need to be humble when it comes to the facts.
I still remember one time when we came up here to chat and do our homework. Cyno accidentally dropped a fruit. Luckily, he has fast reflexes, so he caught it just in time.
That was the one and only time. Nothing will ever slip through my fingers again.
Those were good times. I kind of miss the student life.
No, don't.
You know, Paimon really shouldn't be able
Trust
to
me.
imagine Cyno doing something like that, but for some strange reason, the mental image is coming through clear as day.
Then make it stop. There's somebody there. It's Professor Cyrus.
Oh.
You guys carry on without me. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey, you're not supposed to jump down. Be careful.
Oh my god. Cyno will never say. Oh, first. Yeah.
Oh my days. I can't believe how stupid I look in this one.
Professor, what are you muttering to yourself about?
Cyno. Just the man I'm looking for. Guess what I found in some old notebooks?
Some old photos?
Can you believe it? This notebook was just sitting in a pile of odds and ends in the
This is so
Sage's
cute
office.
though.
I must have forgotten to take it with me.
Such a cute picture.
And no one's touched it since. It was still right there.
Thank you for 3 seconds of Cyno trial. Yeah.
To discuss my workload.
We appreciate it.
I swung by the old office to have a look around and just happened to cross it. Oh, time flies. Look how tiny you are in this picture. Still a kid.
You look quite young yourself in that one. Ah, it's this one. I remember that. Lisa took it, didn't she?
Yep. Looks like her work, all right. Who else could have found just the right angle to make me look so unbelievably hideous?
And this one.
Yes, Lisa
Looks
would
like
do
we're
that.
both dozing off.
Oh, cheeky girl. Taking secret photos of us without our knowledge.
Is there something you'd like to say to me, Professor?
Like what? Like, these are good photos, aren't they? Hey, at moments like this, I hardly know where to begin. I can't pretend I'm a good person. Bamoon had every reason to despise me. And well, so do you if you feel the same way.
Don't be ridiculous, you old codger.
Is that not what you wanted me to say? Oh, I've dreamt of that place many times after leaving the desert. Sometimes I've dreamed that I was doing research with them again. And other times, I dream of the day they saved my life. Oh, it was one of the happiest times of my life. We all learned so much from one another. You've matured so much over the years, Cyno.
Since you're my professor, I should save you some face by not calling you out on all the non-answers you just gave. So, I will do the right thing and keep my mouth shut.
Good thinking. Take your own advice next time. Seriously, why bully an old man like me? I thought heroes were supposed to be gracious. Hey, wait, how did I not notice this one earlier?
Lisa strikes again. Just how many did she take?
Look how cute you were when you were little. I remember how well-mannered you were back then, too.
My small Cyno.
And look how serious and professional you used to be.
Oh, I can't compete with you anymore. First you get better than me at the deadpan jokes, and now you're besting me at those little quips, too.
Small.
Don't say that. I still have a lot of respect for you.
That's more like it. Hey, what would you say to meeting up with Lisa again sometime?
I'd like that. Let's find a time and pay her a visit in Mondstadt.
Oh.
All right, I'll add it to my schedule. Let's go next week. Wait, no. Next week is the tomato growing competition. I have got to beat Zaha Hadi.
This is Snow,
actually. Find a real hobby, Professor.
Snow is the professor. He's an old grandpa that does got the gardening. Does the gardening and everything. That was such a beautiful. I absolutely enjoyed this story quest. So good. Absolutely beautiful.